Welcome back to Second and Short. It is Monday, October 7th, 2024. What a weekend for sports. Oh, my God. We had, in college football, no ranked versus ranked matchups in college football. People calling this the worst week of the season going into it. And then chaos ensued. 7 ranked teams lose. Number 1 team loses. 3 more top 10 teams lose. Like, it was a fucking mess in college football. The Divisional Series for baseball has brought just about everything you could ask for. Home runs, pitching performances, bad pitching performances, a lot of those. So much fun stuff to talk about with the Divisional Series. And then in the NFL, one of the most offense-heavy weeks of the year. And we had 5 quarterbacks between Thursday and just the 1 o'clock games. I didn't even add in the 4 o'clock games that all threw for 340 plus. And then 9 teams this week have put up 30-plus points before Sunday night and Monday Night Football, and 3 games have had both teams score 30-plus. Unbelievable weekend. How was it, Colin?
Well, I didn't get to watch shit.
Yeah.
That's what we watched today.
Yeah, well,
I was a busy man.
you're obviously aware of
doing adult shit.
You're aware of one particular outcome.
I caught the last drive.
Mm-hmm.
And then Nathan saw me. I was just sitting on the couch with my head down.
Yeah.
I wasn't acting like Malachi Moore.
That's good.
I was being adult and very mature about it.
Okay. Well, I can commend you for that. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about. We'll start off with NFL Week 5, and then we've got playoffs talk for the MLB, and then college football Week 6, AP poll, a couple other things to handle, of course, beer bets. We'll talk about there at the end.
I can't catch a fucking break.
Yeah, Colin really can't catch a break. Me, on the other hand, I am on top of the world right now. College football show, so many things I said on that episode of the college football show were just correct. Simply correct. So, obviously, if you didn't see the college football show last weekend, I would just suggest you go to the picks section, you skip right to that, you listen to my picks, and you go, man, I really wish I would have watched the college football show on Thursdays at 3 p.m. every week so I could keep up with what's going on, because I went 3-0. I also, incredible picks for my top matchups and my games to watch. I'm just going to pat myself on the back right there. But, of course, you stay up to date with everything we're doing on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram at Second and Short Pod. I think it's 2ND and Short Pod, maybe, on Instagram. I can't quite remember. I don't think there's an and in there. Yeah, it's down there at the bottom of the screen. You know what it is. And then, of course, you can join the Reddit, r/2ND, AND Short. That way you can submit some questions for questions time. If you submit them by about 4 p.m. on Thursdays, we'll get them answered on the podcast for Friday. Of course, you're on YouTube right now, I'm sure. Make sure you subscribe. Turn on the post notifications, hit the like button. We'll figure something out throughout this episode for you guys to comment. But obviously you can comment whatever you'd like. Well, within reason. All right. Yeah, I think that's all. Podcast listeners, rate 5 stars. Give us a follow. All right. NFL Week 5. We'll start with Thursday Night Football. You know, it was so nice to have this game happen and just get it out of the way and then have just like smooth sailing through, Sunday. It was really calming to not have to stress out on a Falcons game. But we will start with Thursday Night Football. Buccaneers 30, Falcons 36 in overtime. Kirk O'Chains. How about
you like
Kirk
that?
Cousins? You like that?
Bro, Drake London running down the tunnel yelling that is
so funny.
just like, I'm just like Kirk.
Yeah, 42 for 58, 509. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick on the night that we induct Matt Ryan into the Ring of Honor. Kirk breaks Matt Ryan's single-game passing yards record.
You know what's
unbelievable?
You know what's hard for me to understand? Why wasn't Julio Jones there? A lot of Matt Ryan's people were there.
Yeah, maybe Julio's busy. Is he on a roster?
No,
maybe he's trying to get on one.
He shouldn't.
He's too focused.
His turf toe's gonna act up.
Well, that's true. Same goes for Michael Thomas. But like the Buccaneers were pretty good. Baker not the best night other than the 3 touchdowns,
He
but
did just fine.
Yeah, he did fine.
Field.
Yeah, he just was not on the field a lot. Rachaad White 10 carries, 72 yards, pretty good game for him. Bijan kind of got slowed down once again, but also we didn't run the ball that much. Like Kirk threw 58 passes or whatever. Drake London, what a fucking day, man. 12 receptions, 154 and a touchdown. Darnell Mooney with some unbelievable catches throughout this game, one of them being a touchdown. He also had another touchdown on 9 receptions, 105.
16 targets.
16 targets. Dude, he was just finding himself open a lot.
Well, he's also the go-to screen guy. So we found ourselves throwing a lot more
and his
screens
yards
than what we
after the
used to.
catch were unbelievable. Kyle Pitts got involved, 7 receptions, 88 yards. You got a Kadero Hodge walk-off touchdown in overtime. An unbelievable run after the catch. That was a huge part of this game. Obviously, yes, Kirk had, 509, whatever. A lot of it was run after the catch, and you got to, give some credit to these guys
I'm
in the
just so
receiving corps.
impressed. You see what happens when we get Kyle Pitts involved in the game?
Yeah, it's a game changer when, and like even Ray McLeod had 6 receptions on 9 targets. Like we were spreading the ball out a ton.
I don't like the yards in the receptions.
6 receptions, 66 yards isn't, aesthetically pleasing. Obviously defense not too much of a factor outside of Atlanta totally stopping everything that Tampa had to offer in the first half. Like Tampa goes into the half up 24-17 and gets held to 2 field goals in regulation in that second half. Meanwhile, the Falcons put up 13 in the second half and tie it up. And then, obviously, the walk-off touchdown by Kadero Hodge. But, yeah, I was, like, losing my mind. It was, like, 11:30 at night when that game wrapped up, just, like, jumping around my bedroom.
Me, Nathan, and Spencer. It really was just me and Nathan. And then Spencer was over there. He was like, man, I just need Kirk to have a big play because I need to go to bed. And literally the next play was the Kadero Hodge touchdown.
It was amazing.
I'm just like, brother.
Yeah, I was literally just like jumping around in my room at 11:30.
That play by Atlanta's defense to get that fumble from Bucky Irving was insane. Yeah, it was just insane after the catch for Kadero Hodge.
Like 3 people should have closed in. NFL Next Gen Stats had a 0.03 chance to score a touchdown on that play for Kadero Hodge.
It's like he hit a little boost pad as he was cutting the field. Like nobody was catching him.
Unreal stuff for Kadero Hodge.
I think they just wanted the game to be over too.
Yeah, I think everybody did.
Kirk did not though. He wanted 600.
Can we play another quarter? But yeah, that's really all we need to hit on here for Thursday Night Football. Everybody's kind of seen it. What you got, Nathan?
Real quick, last week we were actually talking about how Drake London and Kirk Cousins couldn't get on the same page. They were having tons of targets and not a lot of receptions, and it looks like they heard you and figured it out.
I guess so. Shout out Kirk and Drake London if you're listening, or Zach Robinson.
I told Grayson today, and y'all can hate me if you want, but Kirk and Drake are a top 5 QB wide receiver in the league.
Maybe.
Top 5 duo.
Maybe. I don't know.
Name them.
Okay. Yeah, well, first of all, put yours in the comments. I'll name mine off rip and try and just make this move quickly. So feel free to check me on anything. Jared Goff and Amon-Ra.
Okay, I'll take that. Mainly just because it's been a longer connection. They're brand new.
Yeah. This is tough because there's a lot of them that like
it's a great wide receiver, but not a.
Yeah, like. Mahomes Kelsey is more iconic. Well, yeah, not this season, but I guess then I know Rashee Rice is now hurt, but Mahomes and Rashee Rice is probably better. What about Lamar and Zay Flowers?
No. I'm not.
I don't know. Drake hasn't. This is the first time that Drake has done like a lot in a game this season.
I'm not putting Lamar and Zay over.
Okay. Yeah, Nico and Stroud's definitely better.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah,
definitely better. Yeah, or even Stephon Diggs and Stroud.
That's just because there's so many weapons on that offense.
Danny Dimes and Malik Neighbors.
No,
they've been more consistent.
I know.
I'm just saying, Malik Neighbors and
I heard you, Nathan.
Don't even think Deshaun Watson and
nope.
Yeah. Nope. You spelled Deshaun wrong. I'm trying to think if there's any others.
Dak and CD?
Yeah, Dak and CD is probably better. Yeah. Purdy.
Would you say Burrow and Jamar?
I might. They've been killing it these last couple weeks.
Maybe like top 8.
Maybe top 8. What about Trevor and Brian Thomas Jr.? No?
Could
not even think about it?
Could be in the long run, not right now.
Kyler and Marvin Harrison.
Could be.
Okay.
Not right now.
Okay. Yeah, Jordan Love does like throwing to the defense.
In the future, Jordan Love, Jaden Reed.
Yeah,
could
or
be-
Jordan Love, Christian Watson, if he could stay on the field.
I don't think we'll see a full season out of Christian Watson for the rest of his career.
Yeah. What about Derek Carr, Devontae Adams in like 2 weeks?
Yeah, see you later, A.T. Perry.
Yeah. God. Oh, yeah. It's happening. He's going to the Saints.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to what happened on Sunday, particularly Sunday morning in London at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Jets 17, Vikings 23. What the fuck is going on in London that we just can't have a good game?
I mean, you have Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball 54 times.
Yeah, he threw 3 picks. He was abysmal. Honestly, he was so bad.
And they couldn't run the ball.
No. But it was also like, it was wet. It was like wet, rainy, and it's really bad turf.
It's always damp in London.
What I can't comprehend,
Always.
what I can't comprehend is that Tottenham Hotspur Stadium is a grass stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we putting turf on top of it?
Yeah, that's stupid.
Just use the grass and pay to get it fixed. Yeah, that is the only big issue, is that like,
Throw it back to old school football.
well, no, I agree. We shouldn't be using turf for anything, but I have no idea. I think it just ruins the game. I think players are in their head about it too. But like, Aaron Jones gets hurt super early in this game and just kind of screwed the Vikings. Like, even before Jones got hurt, when Chandler was in the game, he fumbled. So they couldn't run the ball either. Like, neither team could run the ball well. Sam Darnold really didn't pass the ball well. He got lit up in the first half. Just didn't have a good game. 14 for 31, 179 and a pick.
Yeah, but C.J. Ham's that dog.
Yeah, C.J. Ham got
C.J.
that
Ham,
rushing
that dog.
touchdown. But, yeah, this game was
He's like-
brutal.
he's
Shout
like
out
an
Will Reichard, though.
He's like an English mastiff.
Yeah, I think Will Reichard had 2 field goals over 50 and 1 in the 40s, and then made his extra points as well. So, shout out Will Reichard.
Yeah,
that was
dude.
a fantastic fantasy pickup. by me.
Pretty good kicker.
Yeah, wonder where he came from. Wonder if he missed a field goal against Tennessee in 2022. Yeah, speaking of Alabama and Tennessee, they wish it was 2022 for those two.
Let's just I'll say what I was going to say later.
Not much else to say here for the Jets. They couldn't get anything going. A lot of Andrew Van Ginkel's pick 6 was awesome. This guy needs to get a shot at tight end. Yeah, 4 career interceptions, 3 career pick 6s.
I wish I could have watched this game.
I was listening to most of it. Scroll back up real quick. I want to see Garrett Wilson's numbers. I feel like he had a decent day.
Oh, he had a really good day.
Yeah, okay. I thought he did. 13 receptions, 101, and a touchdown.
Yeah,
Pretty much
look at
the
his
only...
targets.
Yeah, 22 targets is unreal. With a long of 16 for 101 is crazy. And like Lazard, 10 targets, 4 receptions. Aaron Rodgers put it in his hands like maybe 8 of those 10 targets. And he only had 4
dropped them?
receptions. Yeah, he was dropping things left and right.
At one point, he had 1 reception on 5 targets and a touchdown, and every single other one had hit him in the hands.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, it was
It
bad.
was bad.
It was really bad.
Aaron Rodgers was about to take him out back.
Aaron Rodgers was like, I brought you over here for what?
Yeah, and
He
then
was about to put him back on the plane.
Yeah, and then Jettas
Economy.
had a pretty good game despite 14 targets, 6 receptions, still got 92 yards. I will say DJ Reed and Sauce had him pretty locked up. Sauce left the game at some point and just was not coming back in with I think a head injury, but he got cleared. I don't know if he ended up just like totally not coming back in, but I know he left the game
Probably
for an
just didn't
extended period of time.
Probably just didn't want to play on the turf.
Could be. But I know he got a head injury. I think
A lot of
just
the
came into
players
contact with
hate
somebody.
playing in London.
Yeah, well, and it seems like everybody gets hurt. Somebody gets hurt every single time.
Yeah. What's our London matchup next week?
Bears, Jags, I think.
Oh,
Pretty sure that's
that.
the matchup.
All right, so let me go pick up the Bears punter.
Is that Taylor? Is that his
Yeah.
name? Well, speaking of the Bears, let's talk about them. Yeah, it is Jags Bears next week. Let's talk about the Bears. They beat the Panthers 36-10 in Chicago. Andy Dalton effect is over, done.
Bryce Young starting next week.
Maybe, but yeah, Andy Dalton looked pretty bad, honestly.
Yeah.
And Caleb Williams, first time, looking really, really good.
Yeah.
Got to give him his props. 20 for 29, 304, 2 touchdowns. He ran for 34 yards on the ground. This was the Caleb Williams that we've been waiting for.
Yeah, and now it seems like after that big performance from DeAndre Swift, we're starting to see like an increase in production out of him.
Yeah, and like
he's finding his rhythm again.
Yeah, like the yards per carry weren't great, and like I don't know if he was that much of an asset in the passing game. Could you scroll down real quick to see the? Okay, yeah, no, 2 receptions, 47 yards. He had a 42-yard reception mainly, but he rushed for about 3.5 yards per carry. 21 carries is a little much, but 73 yards and a touchdown. Roschon Johnson, 10 carries, 25 yards, and he got 2 touchdowns. But on his second touchdown, the one good player left on the Panthers defense after Jadeveon Clowney went down early in this game decided he was just going to fight to get off the field.
He wants out of Carolina so bad.
Yeah, J.C. Horn just needed a reason to get off the field, and he thought, I just need to swing on somebody. And I don't blame him. I would also try and fight my way out of this because not only was your team getting shit on, but like defensively, that Bears defense was tearing them apart. Other than the run game, where Chuba Hubbard had a fantastic game, that Bears defense is actually feral.
Bro, J.C. Horn is so pissed he wasn't involved in that trade to go to Chicago.
I think he would have rather been traded instead of Dante Jackson to the Steelers.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was just a brutal day for the Panthers.
We'll take him over in Atlanta. I'll gladly take him over A.J. Terrell.
Yeah, that's fair. Chuba Hubbard had 4 targets, 4 receptions, a long of 1 and -2 yards. I have no way of comprehending how the hell that went. I know Leggett got hurt at some point in this game. He got 1 target, he caught it, and then never saw him again. Jalen Coker was the leading receiver on this team. Like, just a weird-ass day at that game. But DJ Moore went crazy. 5 receptions, 105, 2 touchdowns. Congrats. Andy Dalton fumbled twice and recovered both of them.
Solid.
Yeah, Chuba and Tommy Tremble both lost fumbles. I'm saying, like, this Bears defense was mean on the field. Yeah, Trevin Wallace got a bunch of tackles, but it's just because they couldn't stop them from passing the ball well.
Also because the defense just lived on the field.
Yeah.
Carolina.
Yeah, and then Bryce Young did come in. He completed a pretty nice, like, rolling out to his right, long pass down the field. But
I'm telling you, he's going to fight his way back into the starting.
Andy Dalton, what we just saw from Andy Dalton is what we saw from Bryce Young that got him benched. So it's like, why not?
It's temporary.
Yeah.
I think Bryce Young really needed this.
I agree. Yeah.
And it's only going to make him better.
We'll see. All right. Let's move on to the next game,
I think he had a growth spurt, too.
I don't think Bryce Young hit a growth spurt.
I don't know.
I'll say that.
He got those he got custom cleats off the TikTok shop.
Oh, yeah, that make him taller. He got lifts. All right. Next game, I think this may be one of my favorite games of the year so far. Ravens 41, Bengals 38 in overtime. Just a exhilarating game all the way through.
I can name 2 games that have been better than this game.
Thursday night was probably better.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Falcons, Eagles.
Okay. All right. That game was awesome, too. But, like, offense-wise, we've been seeing such an offensive drought, and here you go. Like, if everybody was tired of that narrative that, like, passing is out the door now, this is a rushing league, blah, 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 dual-threat quarterbacks, Lamar Jackson threw for 348 yards. So if you would like to say that he's a running back or blah, 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 he's not. 26 for 42, 348, 4 passing touchdowns, no picks. And then Derrick Henry, 15 carries, 92 yards, and a touchdown. Kind of saved himself there with that 51-yard run at the end of the game in overtime to set them up to hit the game-winning field goal. On the Bengals side, Joe Burrow, probably his best performance for sure. Probably in the last 3 years. 30 for 39, 392, 5 touchdowns, 1 pick. He got sacked 3 times for 21 yards, but kind of just unfortunate. Chase Brown had a decent game on the ground, much better in the passing game, but 12 carries, 46 yards for him. Really couldn't establish much of a run game, but the Ravens have a pretty good run defense. Jamar Chase went fucking nuclear.
Yeah, we'll start seeing a lot more Chase Brown just depending on what Zach Moss, his injury is, because he did leave this game.
Yeah. But Jamar Chase, 10 receptions, 193, 2 touchdowns, a long of 70. That was one of the touchdowns. The other one, I think, was like 55 yards. Unbelievable day for Jamar Chase. It's unreal. And T. Higgins also had a great game.
Yeah.
9 receptions, 83 yards, and 2 touchdowns for him as well. It was crazy. And then on Baltimore side, you have Zay Flowers, of course, leading the way. Not getting a touchdown, but 7 receptions, 111. Charlie Kolar, 3 receptions, 64 yards, and a 55-yard. Was it a touchdown? The 55-yard pass? No. Okay. So he had the receiving touchdown from like pretty close, and then he had the 55-yard reception down the field. Charlie Kolar, for anybody who's wondering, was Brock Purdy's tight end at Iowa State.
Oh.
Rashad Bateman also had a touchdown, and Isaiah Likely with 2 touchdowns. 3 receptions for 13 yards with 2 touchdowns, and that long of 6 was one of the touchdowns. But Lamar Jackson had to throw it like 25 yards to get it to him because Lamar fumbled the snap, picks it up, runs out to his right and like back to his right. Sam Hubbard is chasing him down, like keeps like stiff arms, doesn't get him off, stiff arms him and just throws Sam Hubbard on the ground and then just throws across his body and just like floats one into Likely. Unbelievable play.
That's tight end 2 and tight end 3 getting touchdowns.
Yeah, and guess what?
Andrews cannot find the end zone.
Yeah, Mark Andrews, 5 targets, 4 receptions, 55 yards.
Did a little something. He did something.
I will
better than
say,
0.
Mark Andrews is the best blocker of the bunch.
Oh, yeah.
So that's probably a big part of it. And I think he's worn out, man. Was this Jared Goff? Yeah, Jared Goff has more receiving touchdowns than Mark Andrews. Yeah, this game was unreal.
Yeah, it was a really good game.
Yeah, and like just like the craziest plays over and over again. Then you have the shanked field goal because of a bad snap that caused a mess up with the hold, and then Evan McPherson shanks the field goal in overtime that would have won the game. That sets up the Ravens. First play is that 51-yard run by Derrick Henry that sets up Justin Tucker to kick a game winner. Just unreal game. Roquan Smith, great game on defense, and Sam Hubbard as well had a awesome game.
Yeah, you'd like to see Justice Hill get a little bit more action in the
Well,
passing
you
game.
would have,
But,
in particular.
No. I think it would have benefited them a little more.
All right. Well, Brian Reckow, I know he messed up that that hold on the snap for the field goal, but 5 punts, 4 within 20 is crazy.
You know what's funny? We're looking so much more in depth at punters now that we have them in fantasy.
Yeah, well, we talk about them pretty often throughout the games, and now like when you look at that, like that's crazy.
Yeah.
We never would talk about that.
4 out of 5 in 20.
All right, let's move on to probably the worst game of the week. Dolphins 15, Patriots 10. And look, when Gerard Mayo said earlier this week that Ramondre Stevenson was not going to be the starter, he just meant he's not playing on the first play, and then he's just going to be on the field for the rest of the game. He only got 12 carries. Antonio Gibson got 6. So tell me who's the starter there. Ramondre did have 12 carries, 89 yards, and a touchdown with a long of 33. So not a bad game whatsoever, but they were having to pass the ball pretty much the whole time, at least in the second half. Jacoby Brissett, pretty bad. Tyler Huntley, pretty bad as well. Jalen Wright, Raheem Mostert looked great. Mostert's first game of the year, right? Looked pretty good. 19 carries, 80 yards. Jalen Wright, 13 carries, 86. He only had a long of 17, so he was just consistently getting pretty good yardage. A-Chain had a concussion that kept him out of this game. He was questionable like all week. I thought he was out, but he got 3 carries, 18 yards. What the hell?
Did he get injured this game?
Oh, he might have got injured during the game. That might have been what it was. But yeah, just a shit game, honestly.
I think this was a must-win for the Dolphins, though.
It definitely was, but what are they winning for? Tua's not coming back this year.
Yeah, I know, but it's just like to keep your superstars.
Yeah, but you kind of want to be in a position to draft a quarterback, maybe.
I think they'll definitely be in a position.
That's true.
You just don't want to lose to the Patriots.
Yeah, but I think for the Patriots, you kind of want to win. You already drafted a quarterback. You're just not using him.
All right, so get Travis Hunter.
Maybe. We'll see.
Or
You just got Christian Gonzalez.
Teteroa.
Maybe. Well, I think Teteroa hasn't looked very good after week 1, pretty much.
Ashton GT.
Yeah, they do. I don't like Ramondre, so GT could be a top 10 pick. We'll see.
Trade Ramondre. I'm sure the Raiders will give you something for him.
I don't think they have enough to offer. Next game, though, Browns 13, Commanders 34.
Jaden Daniels is him.
Yeah, and he started off pretty rough. He was like 1 for 5 with a pick to start this game, but the Browns just kept letting him get on the field. That was their biggest issue, is like every single time that Jaden Daniels messed up at the beginning of this game, he was back on the field like 4 plays later. He went 14 for 25, which is like the worst passing day he's had this whole year. 238, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, but he had 11 carries for 82 yards. And Austin Eckler looked pretty good in this game, just being able to break free. 6 carries, 67 yards. He had a long of 50, so it was more a couple of run after the catches as well that looked good. Jeremy McNichols was doing his thing again. Yeah, 3 touchdowns in 2 games for Jeremy McNichols. And that's with Brian Robinson and Eckler both healthy. Robinson got 7 carries, only got 18 yards, and 2 of those were for touchdowns. And they were both like super short yardage touchdowns.
I think a 1 and a 4.
Yeah, it was crazy. Obviously, Cleveland couldn't do anything on offense. Deshaun Watson is the worst quarterback starting in the NFL right now. He is worse than Tyler Huntley.
Jameis needs to start next week.
Please, just something to give this team life. 125, 1 touchdown, no picks, 7 sacks.
All right, scroll down. I need to see who had him. Yeah, 4.5 is bad, but scroll down to the Washington defense.
2.5 for Frankie Louvu, who I believe forced a fumble maybe. Bobby Wagner, 1.5. Jonathan Allen had a sack. Dorrance Armstrong had a sack as well. And Dante Fowler Jr. Yeah. Pretty brutal day for the Browns. Just god-awful from everybody, really. Like, the defense wasn't even that bad. It's just they got exhausted because, like, how many drives did the Commanders have? Can we see that? Or, like, I don't know if that's even a thing. Yeah, total drives. Oh, only 1 less than the Browns, actually, but total plays as well.
6.
That's kind of surprising. I guess the Commanders were scoring quickly.
Total yards.
Yeah, total yards. Obviously, the big discrepancy here. What was the first down difference? Like, how many first downs? It's 7 more first downs for the Commanders. Yeah, just pretty good recipe for success for the Commanders. Is just if Jaden Daniels is on the field, you have a chance. He punted 7 times, 4 of them within 20.
If you're Nick Chubb, do you even want to come back to this team right now?
He might be their only hope.
Like, he might get like 35 carries in a game.
Yeah, he might. I don't know if he's ready for it, but he might just get it. But yeah, we can move on from this one. Not too much else to touch on here. Just Jaden Daniels still a dog.
Still leading rookie of the year so far?
Yeah, definitely. Colts 34, Jags 37.
What a game.
Yeah, Jags get the win. Another high-scoring affair. Trevor Lawrence finally looked good. Got to give him some credit. Him and Tank Bigsby.
Yeah.
Totally taking over first-string snaps at running back.
Yeah, I think he's officially RB1.
Yeah. Sorry, Etienne. Your privilege of playing with Trevor Lawrence is coming to an end. Because just because you were good with him at Clemson, not going to get you any further anymore. Tank Bigsby is so good. 13 carries, 101, 2 touchdowns. I think he had a couple of receptions as well. Because, yeah, he just had an unbelievable day. Brian Thomas Jr., an incredible day, which included an 85-yard catch. I think he had a 75-yard touchdown, though. I could be wrong. Could have been an 85-yard touchdown. But 5 receptions, 122 would not line up for him to have 85 and 75. So it was an 85-yard touchdown. I knew he had a super long touchdown, but I could have sworn it was 75. Also, on the other side, Joe Flacco, just slanging it. 33 for 44, like 359, I think.
Bro, I can't stand Alec Pierce, bro.
Yeah. Fuck Alec Pierce, man.
3 receptions, 134 yards.
Yeah, and then, like, no Jonathan Taylor this week. Trey Sermon just decides he's going to run for a touchdown. Just out of nowhere. Nick, can you scroll down real quick so we can see the receivers? Yeah, Alec Pierce, 3 receptions, 134, and a touchdown, a long of 65. Josh Downs was just getting target after target for like the first 3 quarters of the game. 9 receptions, only 69 yards, long of 20, but he had 12 targets, which was 5 more than A.D. Mitchell, 4 more than Michael Pittman Jr., the second most targets. He only had 5 receptions, 37. He got a touchdown. Mo Alley Cox got a touchdown. A.D. Mitchell getting 7 targets is kind of surprising. He hasn't really been getting a lot of targets. Trey Sermon had 6 receptions in this game, which is crazy.
Same amount as Etienne.
Yeah. Flacco was just slinging it, man. It's crazy. And Christian Kirk, not a bad game for the Jags. He had 4 receptions, 88 yards, but not much else to talk about there. Just a fun, high-scoring game.
Yeah, Jags get their first win.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy that it took to this point to get a win. But they did it. So that means no Colts song today.
Mm.
It's unfortunate, but it's just how it is. All right, Nathan, could we get the next game? We got Bills 20, Texans 23. First thing I got to say, Josh Allen was atrocious. 9 for 30, 131, and a touchdown. Where the fuck did that come from? Like, what the hell happened here? And that one touchdown, damn close to stepping out of bounds. Keon Coleman almost stepped out of bounds twice. Arguably, probably did step out of bounds. But it was way too close to call. He gets a pretty long touchdown, but
49.
Good God, was that just an unreal play by Keon Coleman.
I think Josh Allen is still shook from that Ravens just
Yeah, the Ravens
beating.
did beat the shit out of him. And the Texans won this game. CJ Stroud at times looked a little questionable, but ended up looking pretty good throughout the game. 28 for 38, 331, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. He got sacked once, no yards. Cam Akers had a decent day, 9 carries, 42 yards, and a touchdown.
He's doing his job filling in.
Yeah.
While Joe Mixon's out.
Yeah, with no Mixon.
Everyone
Damon Pierce,
knows.
I think, is getting close to coming back.
Everyone knows with Joe Mixon out, they're going to throw the ball. I mean, why not?
Yeah. Yeah, and they threw the ball pretty damn well. Nico Collins ended up getting hurt like halfway through this game, but before he got hurt, 2 receptions, 78 yards, and a touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 6 receptions, 82 yards in this game on 8 targets. Dare Ogunbowale became an asset in the passing game. He got a couple first downs for them, 6 receptions, 57 yards. Tank Dell really not doing much. He only had 4 targets. He caught all 4 of them, 38 yards.
I don't think there's enough room.
There's not.
Offense.
Now that Nico, could potentially miss some time, we don't know yet the severity of the injury, but if he does miss time, then you'll see a lot more Tank Dell.
Yeah.
On the Bills side, obviously nothing to really write home about in the receiving game outside of Keon Coleman's 1 reception, which was a touchdown for 49 yards. Anything else from this game? The defenses were fine. It wasn't like, incredible like sack numbers or tackle numbers.
Who had the sack for the Texans?
Texans, it was Khalil Davis that had the 1 sack.
Bills.
Duwan Smoot
Mm.
for 0-yard loss. I think Will Anderson hit the QB twice.
Bro, AFC East is a very bad division this year.
Yeah, it is. Everybody thought like, oh man, Dolphins, Bills, Jets.
Yeah,
These are going to be great.
Nah, y'all suck.
No, they're all just as bad as the Patriots.
The Bills have the same record as the Broncos.
That is true. So we'll talk about the Broncos now. Raiders 18, Broncos 34 into the 4 o'clock games. Bo Nix tried. He certainly tried. And what an abysmal drop we saw from, who was it, Troy Franklin? Is that?
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah, Troy Franklin.
Is that? I can't keep up with all the
yeah.
wide receivers that have super similar names.
Troy Franklin, Marvin Mims, Lil Jordan Humphreys.
Well, no, I'm thinking of I'm thinking of Troy. I mix up Troy Franklin
and
Tez Johnson, as well as Tez Watkins. Was that the other one? No, that's Quez Watkins.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of stuff to deal with. Yeah, he dropped the easiest 50-yard touchdown he'll ever have.
Yeah.
But Bo Nix, 19 for 27, 206, 2 touchdowns. Before he came into this game averaging 2.4 yards per attempt. He had 7.6 in this game. Much bigger improvement. Javonte Williams ran the ball pretty well, 13 carries, 61 yards. The Raiders' offense was absolutely dog shit without Devontae Adams. Who would have guessed? Which it'll probably be that way for the rest of the year because Devontae Adams is not going to play another game for the Raiders.
And no Zamir White, which maybe
kind of helped.
Maybe.
I've seen them rush for less yards with Zamir White. Amir Abdullah, 5 carries, 42 yards, along a 40. So, we'll pump the brakes on it. But he got a touchdown. And then Alexander Madison, 15 carries, 38 yards, doing what he does best, 2.5 yards per carry. Brock Bowers had a great day, mainly just the first play of the game. 8 receptions, 97 yards, and a 57-yard touchdown to open things up. Jacoby Myers, pretty good day. 6 receptions, 72 yards, but not as much as you.
Aiden O'Connell is in the game.
Yeah, Aiden O'Connell just loves this guy, and he made one of the most unbelievable catches on the sideline when Aiden O'Connell came into this game.
Twinkle toes.
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
Did a little tap dancing.
Yeah.
Two-toe tap division game whoop ass.
Let's talk about the punter, Riley Dixon, best punter in the league in my opinion.
Easier, bro.
Dude, Riley Dixon is a dog.
3 and 20 out of 6. That is horrible.
No, it is not.
Brother.
You saw where he was punting from a lot.
AJ Cole had a better game. Just going to say
No,
it.
he didn't. He had less punts and less in 20.
Just going to say it.
And he was punting out of worse spots.
Who's number 1?
Bajorius.
Who's number 2?
It's not J.K. Scott because he had a bye.
I know it's not.
I don't know who it is. Is it AJ Cole?
I was just curious.
That would be funny.
He's on Clark's team.
Yeah, Will Lutz. Never brought this up. Will Lutz 2 for 2 for field goals, 4 for 4 on extra points.
I'm curious who the number 2 punter is.
Yeah,
it's got to be the Patriots.
Yeah, no, the Browns are punting a lot, so it makes sense.
It's got to be the Patriots punter, Barringer or something like that.
Oh yeah, I don't know his name, but yeah,
he punts a lot.
Yeah, he does punt a lot. Okay. Yes,
Yep.
Bryce Behringer is the number 2 punter in our league. Okay, let's move on to the next game, though. Not much else to talk about here with Broncos Raiders.
Go Broncos.
Cardinals 24, 49ers 23. 49ers fall to
Upset.
2-3. Holy cow. What is that? What's happening?
We knew this was going
What
to
are the 49ers doing wrong in particular? That's what I can't put my finger on.
I can tell you this. They only gave the ball to Brandon Ayuk this game.
Yeah, no, this was the Brandon Ayuk game in the receiving game. I will say Brock Purdy, probably one of the worst games we've seen from him accuracy-wise at all.
All right. That one pick was unfortunate.
Yeah, one of the picks was super
he got
unfortunate,
hit
but still.
as he was throwing it, just went
He
straight
was
up.
19 for 35. They pulled up the stat on the screen at some point in the game. He was like 1 for 5 when pressured.
Yeah. I can tell you the biggest thing on why they lost is because they would go down to the red zone and they wouldn't score.
Yeah, that was a huge problem. They
That happened
kicked
3
like
times.
Yeah, I think Jake Moody kicked 2 field goals
Yep.
within 30.
Yep.
Like that is just not okay.
One drive they got to the 1 yard line.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think he kicked a chip shot from the 4 on one of them too. Like it was unreal. Jordan Mason had a great game, 14 carries, 89 yards.
Not enough.
Ayuk kind of the only big impact player in the receiving game. On the Cardinal side, the offense wasn't all that good either. Kyler Murray, 19 for 30, 195, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. James Conner, 19 carries, 86 yards. James Conner is unbelievably good at just extending a play. Even if it's like you get stopped 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage and you salvage it to no yards of gain. Like, he does that so fucking well.
Yeah, he's scary.
Yeah, it's crazy how he can turn like 4 yards into 10 like that. And then like we didn't see any Trey Benson at all in this game. The only other guy that rushed was Kyler Murray 7 times for 83 yards and a huge 50-yard rushing touchdown, which was a huge part of this game.
Sounded like a little girl.
Yes, he did sound like a little kid yelling when he got into the end zone. Can we see the receiving numbers real quick? Michael Wilson leading the way for the Cardinals. Martin Harrison Jr. kind of got locked up. 7 targets, 2 receptions. Seemed like he had the locks on him pretty much the whole game. You had a phenomenal. Was it a blocked kick or was it a scoop and score? What happened that the 49ers scored that defensive touchdown before the half?
Block kick, I'm pretty sure.
Was it?
Yeah, because Lenore.
Yeah, it was Lenore. Yeah. It was a block
goal.
kick. And like Matt Prater was, I guess, a game time decision. And so Chad Ryland got picked up the other day to start this game. He went 3 for 4. He got that one blocked, but Mitch Wishnowsky had to come in and kick a field goal because Jake Moody got hurt on, I think, his last extra point that he kicked. Kind of just everything went to shit in the second half for the 49ers. They didn't score a single point in the second half. Yeah, Moody hit like a 28-yarder, was his longest of the day. That's crazy. And then Wishnowsky also kicked one from within there. He kicked a 26-yarder. So just an odd day for the 49ers in the red zone, considering they're getting their weapons back.
Yeah.
They have all their receiving weapons back.
They're only missing CMC.
Yeah,
That's it.
That's it.
You should be able to score almost every time you go to the red zone.
Yeah, you have way too many
Way too
huge
much talent
weapons.
not to.
Yeah, I really don't get it. Yeah, that's all we'll do here. Next game, Giants 29, Seahawks 20. This Seahawks defense is incapable of stopping anyone. Like, it's kind of crazy. Like I don't know what the problem is, because like Daniel Jones is without Malik Neighbors, who has been his best target all year, and you let Tyrone Tracy, who is playing in the place of Devin Singletary, who's hurt, run for 129 yards on 18 carries. This is like his first game getting more than like 5 carries.
Yeah.
And he's a rookie. Unbelievable game for Tyrone Tracy. And like Wan'Dale Robinson and Darius Slayton totally stepped up in the absence of Malik Neighbors. Can you scroll down real quick so we can see Slayton's lines? Eight receptions, 122 and a touchdown for Slayton. Wan'Dale obviously didn't have a ton of yards, but on 9 targets, 6 receptions, 36 yards, he got a touchdown as well. He stepped up big time, just getting them short yardage receptions over and over again.
You know what's funny? No Malik Neighbors, and we still don't see Jalen Hyatt.
Yeah, Jalen Hyatt, I don't know what happened to him. On the Seattle side, Geno couldn't pass the ball efficiently. That was kind of the biggest issue they were running into. They also, they go down, especially like third quarter. They kind of had to stop running the ball, and so that really slowed them down a lot. But like Tyler Lockett, 4 receptions, 75. Kenneth Walker, 7 receptions, 57. DK Metcalf only got 7 targets in this game, less than Kenneth Walker got. DK Metcalf had 4 receptions, 55. Jackson Smith and Jigba got like 3 receptions on like their final drive down the field, which resulted in a touchdown that brought it close. And then the Giants end up blocking Jason Myers' kick to tie the game. Yeah, it was 23-20. The Giants block the field goal to tie the game and take it back for a touchdown. And then they kneel out a 2-point conversion, which I thought was kind of crazy. Yeah, they kneeled on a 2-point conversion.
They just didn't want to kick the extra point.
Yeah. I don't know why. Because it was 23. They get the 6, and then they kneeled out a 2-point conversion, which I thought was crazy, because if you just kick the extra point, then if they score a touchdown and get an onside kick, they could kick a field goal to win. I thought it was insane to kneel out that 2-point conversion.
I guess they just, they didn't want anybody to get hurt on an extra point.
I have no idea. It just doesn't make sense. I guess if you go for 2, I would have understood if they went for 2, but they went for 2 and just kneeled. I really don't get it.
Maybe they didn't want to go for a PAT and then have Seattle block it and take it back.
That is true. But if you go for 2 and you get it, you take them out. It's an 11-point game.
Yeah.
You can't do the touchdown. You have to get 2 touchdowns to win. So I don't understand that decision. Maybe I'm just, I'm not a special teams coordinator, but it just doesn't make any sense to me in my head at all, because there's no runoff or anything on a 2-point conversion. So just doesn't make any sense at all, other than maybe they just didn't want it to look like they were running up the score because they knew they were going to end up holding out and winning. I don't know. Or maybe there's just a miscue and they were like, fuck this, we don't need to call a timeout or whatever. I really can't grasp that decision personally. I can tell Nathan's doing research, so I'm trying to delay until he potentially finds something.
Right now.
Yeah. I wish you guys could have seen the look of confusion on Nathan's face when we said that they kneeled out a 2-point conversion. He's like, what?
I gotta put it work.
You probably see, you can confirm. I know that that's what they did because you watched it happen. I wasn't paying too close of attention, but yeah, I really didn't understand it at all. They won. They won by 9 points. So shout out to the Giants, though. It was a hard fought game. I mean, it's what you're looking for, especially 2 of your big contributors on offense are out.
Yeah.
To get a game like this out of this team is pretty impressive. Greg Joseph, great day. 3 for 3. Didn't have to kick any long field goals, but 3 for 3 is still great. Kicked his 2 extra points. Not great punting performances. Just putting that out there. In case anybody was wondering how Jamie Gillian and Michael Dixon punted the ball.
Yeah. Nathan, has the Steelers game started yet?
Yeah, we were in a weather delay. Okay. What's the Padres-Dodgers score? Still 3-0 Padres? 3-1? 3-1 Padres.
Ohtani home run. Freddie Freeman double. Never would have guessed that.
RBI. Gotcha.
You're going to tell me next that Max Muncy hit a single?
Do you have any info, or can we move to Packers-Rams?
I say let's move to Packers-Rams.
That's what I was thinking as well.
Also, by halftime, Kenneth Walker had 2 rushes for 2 yards. Unacceptable.
Yeah, Kenneth Walker did not
Especially
get to do a
because
lot.
at halftime, it's 10-10.
Yeah, no, they could have been running the ball pretty much all of the second quarter for sure.
Yeah, I'm just like, come on, Gino.
Yeah, Gino just doesn't do it for me.
All right, so the only thing I can find is that they kneel it, like Colin said, to ensure there's no chance of the defense scoring on it.
Yeah, which I get.
Because if the defense scores on it in any way, it's a one-possession game.
Mm-hmm.
So by kneeling
sense.
it, you ensure that nothing can get weird.
Yeah, I understand that. I
We've
get it.
seen weird.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
This was a week full of weird.
Who knows what would happen? It's still, I think it's still
Odd.
weird to just knee instead of
Yeah.
just kick the extra
Yeah.
point. But especially when your kicker was perfect on the day.
Yep.
He had no problems.
Nope.
So it doesn't make a ton of sense, but
I don't know.
I guess the theory
There was
right?
quite a few block kicks this week, so and there was obviously
Who
one that set that up. So
Maybe that's what it was.
maybe they were just a little scared.
Also, what a play, too, on that.
Yeah, perfectly done.
D-line
Yeah.
pushes him to the ground to let his teammate
Yeah,
jump over
'cause
with no
obviously you
chance
can't-
of touching the center.
yeah. There's like the leverage call, so you can't jump or you can't make contact with the long snapper if you're going to jump over. So the defensive lineman pushes the guard into the long snapper to push him down to the ground, and then his guy jumps over the line and blocks the field goal, and it falls right into the gunner's hands on the side and just
Gone.
takes it to the house. Unbelievable. Okay, Packers 24, Rams 19. This was a weird game. Packers started off kind of flat. Like Jordan Love just didn't look right for pretty much the whole first quarter. Kind of started to turn it back up. Wasn't sure what we were going to get from him. Stafford was just because he still has no weapons.
Missing his guys,
Yeah.
man.
Kyron Williams looked awesome, but at some point they just had to start passing the ball, and they just couldn't get downfield like that. You had Blake Corum try so hard to get a touchdown. He was so close to his first career touchdown, and then he was so close again, and they were finally like, all right, it's 3rd and goal on the 1-yard line. Got to give it to Kyron. First go. Gets it.
Little boy was so cool.
He was. Too bad he went to Michigan. Can't cheat your way into a touchdown in the NFL, Blake Corum. Josh Jacobs had a decent game on the ground, 19 carries, 73 and a touchdown. I do want to commend Jordan Love because his wide receivers were dropping passes left and right. So 15 for 26 isn't as bad as it looks. Tucker Kraft legacy game, as Nathan called it earlier. He started him in fantasy, which is crazy. 4 receptions, 88 yards, 2 tutties. Yeah, the 66-yarder was crazy too.
No-
Amazing run down the sideline by Tucker Kraft.
No Luke Musgrave in this game.
Yeah,
Huh.
no Musgrave. Practically no Dontavian Wicks. 7 targets, 2 receptions, and I saw at least 5 passes hit his hands. I'll say it. We saw no, obviously no Christian Watson in this game either. Just a depleted ass Green Bay receiving corps.
No Romeo Dobbs.
Yeah, no Romeo Dubs because he's a fucking idiot. Oh my god, dude, just doesn't show up to practice 2 times in the week, and then they're just like, oh, Saturday night, let's suspend him for this game.
Brother, you're in the NFL.
Yeah, grow the fuck up, dude. If I don't show up to my job, I'm gonna get a suspension too, or I might get fired.
Yeah.
Like that's insane. You don't just not show up.
And I'm pretty sure Friday's like half of the practice is walkthroughs.
Yeah. I just don't understand how a grown ass man in his 2nd or 3rd year in the league is just skipping practice.
We're talking about practice.
Yeah, we are talking about practice because it's important, especially in football. It's different. The NBA season is
Yeah, but
82
we're
games.
talking
You don't
about
need to practice. You don't even get time to practice in the NBA. You're always on the road. Yeah, there's no such thing as baseball practice in the MLB or basketball practice in the NBA.
Did that pick up? That would have been pretty cool if it
The
did.
NFL,
Went right above the camera.
can we stop talking about throwing bottle caps across the studio?
Sorry.
In the NFL, you've got to go to practice.
Yeah, practice.
Okay.
Practice makes perfect. Perfect makes practice.
We
Practice,
still haven't-
practice.
Still haven't started Sunday Night Football? Nothing?
That's insane.
Snow. Rain must be bad up in Pittsburgh.
Is there a chance like it just gets
No, they won't cancel it.
what if
TV contracts, man. 9:45 start, bro. I will be asleep before that game is over.
I'm gonna watch it.
Guarantee it.
We're gonna watch it.
Guarantee it. I will be asleep.
We're gonna watch it.
Colin's got to go to bed.
I don't want to go to bed.
You got work in the morning.
You have to go to bed, little boy.
All right.
Listen,
Ooh.
I've slept 6 hours in the past 3 days. Okay,
You
I
do
will be
need
fine.
to go to bed. No, you won't. That's proof that you should go to bed.
I'm pretty sure the viewers can see the bags under your eyes.
Is it bad?
Yeah, you got Prada bags under there, bro. You got a Birkin.
If you let me stay up, I'll
Thing's
buy you
huge.
Moe's tomorrow for lunch.
Hold on.
You can try the new chili crisp.
You're a grown man. You're a grown man. Why are you having to bargain with him to stay up?
Did you get all your homework done?
Oh, man. Got him. Doesn't even...
A+.
Nice. All right. Monday Night Football. Saints-Chiefs. What are we thinking?
Saints by 30.
I'm thinking Chiefs by 1. That's how they win all their fucking
You know
games,
why?
dude.
Because deep ball, PI,
Yeah.
Harrison Butker,
Exactly.
game-winning field goal.
Marshawn Lattimore is going to like explode on the field in the middle of a play, and Xavier Woods is
Marshawn
going to have a
Lattimore's not even
99-yard
going to
touchdown.
touch him,
Yeah.
and they're going to call.
Yeah. They're going to call roughing the passer or something, or like we're going to have an intentional grounding in the end zone, walk off
You know-
for the Chiefs.
You know what it is? It's gonna Alvin Kamara's gonna run the ball.
Yeah.
He's gonna get down, but they're gonna call it a fumble. And
But
they're
he was
gonna-
actually down, and then they're going to review it and not call him down. And then,
But
yeah.
the Chiefs are gonna take that fumble to the house
Yeah.
with 5 seconds left.
Yeah. Derek Carr is going to like, his arms are going to
Derek
fall
Carr's
off.
gonna show Devontae Adams why he needs to come to the Saints.
Yeah, by having a horrible performance without any help at wide receiver outside of Olave.
Nah, he's got Shaheed.
Yeah, sometimes. About 3 times a game.
No AT, no AT Perry though.
No AT Perry. Goodbye, AT Perry.
Grayson, would you like to tell everyone? Why
Oh,
that's
yeah, we
such
keep
a-
talking about it because he wears number 17, or he did. He wore number 17, which is Devontae Adams' number, and he is a wide receiver on the Saints. They cut him the other day.
Not trade him.
Makes it seem like they're trying to just free up the number 17 jersey and a little bit of cap space.
You think they were talking to Devontae? Devontae's like, yeah, he's got to go.
Yeah, you got to get rid of AT Perry if you want me. Not even for his number. I just hate AT Perry.
He's gonna go. He's gonna be like number 30.
My luck, I'm going to talk all this shit on AT Perry. He's going to be a Falcon next week.
And he's gonna have 1 catch for 3 yards and a touchdown.
Or he'll just pull a Van Jefferson and just fumble every fucking time he touches the ball.
So many offensive penalties.
Yeah. All right. Well, since there's no updates to give you on Sunday Night Football, I guess it's time to talk about the MLB. Unless you have something
What's
about
up,
the
Chef?
NFL. Okay, right after the MLB. Okay,
Padres
cool.
update.
Yeah, Padres update before we get into the playoff games that have already concluded. Colin's giving us still 3-1. Okay, still 3-1 Padres. Let's start off. We haven't talked about this on the podcast. We're not going to talk about the game, but the Mets did beat the Brewers in Game 3 to advance to take on the Phillies.
You know what that means?
The Mets are winning the World Series.
They're at least going. The past 3 years,
Yeah, they've
every
gone.
Every team
yeah.
that's knocked out the Brewers has gone to the World Series.
Yeah, and I think, the last 9,
Oh, it's 9?
have gone to the World Series. Yeah. Yeah, all the teams that have beat them have gone to the World Series, and I think 7 or 6 of them have won, including us in 2021.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out that game, Jocktober. That's when it started. That's when Jocktober got underway.
Dude, that game was insane.
Yeah. Let's start in the AL. Game 1, Tigers 0, Guardians 7. Brutal. Brutal showing for the Tigers. They tried to pull off the bullpen game again.
You can't game one of the
Yeah,
the
and like
ALDS.
it was I talked about it in depth on Friday's episode. That bullpen game in the wild card. Perfection.
Yeah,
Other than Jackson Jobe,
you can't do it again.
perfection. You can't do it again, and they certainly didn't. Tyler Holton didn't even record an out before allowing 4 runs. Tanner Bibby got pulled after 4.2 innings of solid pitching for the Guardians. He looked good. I didn't see that he got hurt or anything. He only had like 76 pitches when they pulled him, but
Probably
I don't
pulled
know.
him in case he's needed
yeah,
later in
they
the
might need him later in the
matchup.
series. Cade Smith came in, struck out all 4 batters he faced right after Bibby, so it certainly worked. Obviously, you had the 5-run first inning, which was an unbelievable way to start your first game in the playoffs of the year. The Guardians' first 5 batters go Quan double, Fry walks, Jose Ramirez RBI double, Josh Naylor RBI single, and then a Lane Thomas 3-run home run. And that puts you up 5-0 in the first inning of a playoff game. Unreal.
Just wait till tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow,
It's
game
a different
2.
story because you know who they're facing.
Tarek Skubal on the mound tomorrow. We'll talk a little bit more about previewing the games after we go through the ones that have already happened. So let's jump over to game one of Royals-Yankees. We had Royals 5, Yankees 6. They get the win. This was just Michael Wacha and Garrett Cole competing to see who could lose. They both looked like ass. And like the Royals at least have an excuse. They have to they're waiting on their rotation to turn back over because you're going to get Reagans on Monday, and then after that we'll get Lugo again to run it. So the Royals are in a much better pitching situation the next 2 games, but they kind of wish they could have gotten out with a big one here because you can't rely on Garrett Cole looking bad twice.
I don't think Garrett Cole's ever really been that good in the postseason.
No, that is true. He has not really been all that good in the postseason. At least, with the Astros, he was fine. He, certainly did his things a few times. Yeah, they were cheating. Well, not all of the time, but they were. The Yankees bullpen really clutched up in this game. That was really the thing. Like the offenses, 5 and 6 runs respectively, but offenses weren't phenomenal. There was a lot of base to base, a lot of walks.
That's always how it is in the postseason.
Yeah,
you're fighting for every single run.
Yeah, unless you're the Mets. The Mets just hit home runs.
Same with the Phillies.
Yeah, the Phillies do as well. But yeah, the Yankees get that win 6-5. They'll play again tonight as you guys are listening to this. National League side, though, game 1, Mets 6, Phillies 2. Schwarber starts off his postseason with a leadoff home run. And it doesn't matter because the rest of the team forgot to show up for, 7 innings? Because between the first and the 9th, nothing happened for them. And it took a pinch hit double by Cody Clemens in the 9th to score again. How did the Phillies do nothing in that entire stretch?
Because damn well after that home run by Schwarber, First Citizens Bank is going at nuts.
Yeah, and then they probably got dead quiet by the 5th inning.
So drunk.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But then the Mets opened the floodgates top of the 8th. They go from down 1-0. Well, literally it took till the 8th inning for them to get on the board, and they go up 5-1 by the end of the 8th inning. Unbelievable momentum shift. Gets them a big win, 6-2 in this game, and propels them into game 2, which was such a fun game to follow along. We didn't turn it on just because we were too locked in on the NFL, but I was following it along, following along with it through tweets throughout the day. It ended Phillies 7, Mets 6 in Philly. Just a huge, hard-fought win for the Phillies.
Probably a must-win game for the
Oh,
Phillies.
definitely a must. You do not want to go down 2-0 at all.
And then you'd be going to Citi Field.
Yeah, exactly. But this game starts off hot for the Mets. Top of the 3rd, Mark Vientos, 2-run home run, scores in Lindor, and then top of this, I think it's Mark. Is it Matt?
I want to say it's Matt.
I think it's Mark Vientos. Yeah, Mark Vientos.
Okay. I don't know.
Do you ever think of Matt Vierling?
Yes.
That's what it was. Is my chair low? I feel low.
Nah, I think I just grew.
You lowered my chair. I knew my chair felt low this whole time, and I just kind of leaned back. I was like, "What the hell?"
That's amazing out of you.
That's crazy.
That is amazing out of you.
They probably couldn't even see my face over my laptop.
It took him almost an hour.
Oh my god! I knew it felt weird. I kept reaching up in my arm. Typically my arms don't hit the table. I kept realizing I'm wrapping my arms over the table to get to the keyboard. That's a genius play by you. You were sitting over here. You should have recorded yourself doing it.
Oh,
That would be dude, yeah, I had no idea. Okay, now that I'm back to being taller than Colin, as I am when we stand up.
it was good. It was good. I'm sorry.
It's all right, man. What, I've only been taller than you for 7 years? I bet that hour felt good. So yeah, like I was saying, Mark Vientos, which is his name, hit a 2-run home run at the top of the 3rd. Top of the 6th, Pete Alonso hits a Oppo Taco, 370, barely got over the fence.
Big Schmeat Pete.
Okay. Bottom of the 6th, Phillies answer and tie it up. You have a Harper 2-run home run, an absolute dick shot, 431 straight up center field, scores in Trey Turner. That followed by Nick Castellanos home run to left field, 425. So there was
something important must have happened.
Yeah, something bad happened. If I had to guess, a lot of international conflict going on. Something probably happened over that way.
And there's a drive. Deep left field, Nick Castellanos.
Oh, Israel did that. Oh, I mean, insert country did that. Oh, Nick Castellanos home run. Top of the 7th, Mets answer right back with a Nimmo solo shot to take the lead 4-3.
Brandon Nimmo.
I wish his gummy ass smile and his annoying ass voice would just leave.
Like, whenever he's on the screen, especially with Jeff McNeil, I want to break my TV.
Yeah. Yeah. And then he starts talking. And it's just downhill from there. And then you have, crazy enough, Edwin Diaz comes into the game in the bottom of the seventh with 2 outs, strikes out the first batter he faces, strikes out the second batter he faces, then gives up a Bryson Stott triple, which scores Harper and Castellanos. Then Real Muto grounds into a fielder's choice, which scores Stott. Phillies go up 6-4. Top of the ninth, Mark Vientos does it again. Him and Lindor team up for another 2-run home run. Ties the game in the top of the ninth, 6-6 on Matt Strahm. Phillies come up, bottom of the ninth. Tyler Megill comes in.
The starter?
Yeah, comes in because Diaz had screwed up so bad in the eighth. They bring in Megill for the ninth. Castellanos singles to left, scores Turner. Harper obviously advances second. Doesn't really matter because they walk it off in the ninth inning. What a fucking back and forth game. Super exciting teams to watch. I know I'm a Braves fan and I hate both of them with every fiber of my being.
We can just root for the NL East.
No. Yeah, I don't want to hear about this every time we play them next year.
Versus the world champions.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'd rather, the world champion Padres can come to town once and we'll go there once and that'll be all.
And we sweep them.
Sure. Fine by me.
I'm still riding with my World Series prediction. I haven't changed it.
What is it?
Padres Tigers.
I think it's pretty good.
But
I'll be honest.
I kind of want the Will Smith streak to continue.
That's true. Just hopefully it's not the wrong Will Smith. Hopefully the Dodgers Will Smith doesn't win. But yes, I do.
No, because then the streak wouldn't continue.
Well, Will Smith would have won the World Series, just
No,
not
we're not
that Will
starting that.
Smith. I'm just saying.
The reliever, left-handed,
Yes, I agree.
little hefty-looking guy.
Yeah.
Let's go. Was it Braves, Astros, Rangers, and then now the Royals?
Yeah.
That would be
He's trying.
insane.
He's trying.
So wherever he signs, if he wins this year, wherever he signs to next, I'm putting so much money.
The Braves better offer him an infinite bag.
Open check.
Yeah, you get to write whatever number you would like if you bring us a World Series. It should be a conditional.
Yeah.
If we win a World Series, he gets to keep all the money. If we don't, then he has to give it all back. All right, let's talk about Padres-Dodgers. Game 1, Padres 5, Dodgers 7. Welcome to playoff baseball, Shohei Ohtani. First ever playoff game, bomb. Mookie Betts got walked 3 times. Weird-ass day for Mookie Betts
They
in
know
that game.
Mookie's a demon.
Yeah, and then starting pitching-wise, probably didn't see this coming from one side, but Dylan Cease, stinker. Yamamoto, just as bad, if not worse. I probably more saw it for Yoshi, but Dylan Cease, good God, that was bad. And it just does put a lot more salt in the wound, the fact that the Braves faced Michael King and and Joe Musgrove, who after the game got Tommy John surgery. And then we got swept by them. We didn't even have to see Cease or Darvish, who's pitching tomorrow.
I kind of wish.
Or pitching tonight, as
I
we
wish
speak.
we kind of would have seen those two.
Yeah, Cease looked like shit, and Darvish is horrible in the playoffs. Maybe it was a tactic by the Padres to not throw those
Honestly,
two. Oh, agreed with Big Cat. He does need to be way cockier than that. Was that yesterday?
Could you imagine if he got signed? He gets signed to the Dodgers for so much money, and then just wins them a World Series.
Bro, it's like it's a cheat code. And by cheat code, I mean just have the most money and the biggest market and just buy whatever you want.
Could you imagine if he were to come back and pitch Game 7 of the World Series?
Dude, if Shohei Ohtani pitches and closes out Game 7 of the World Series by striking out like some bum from the Tigers.
Parker Meadows.
Yeah, dude, he's going to fucking strike out Colt Keith to win a World Series.
No, Zach McKinstry.
Probably, dude. Oh, man.
Or
Can't
Spencer
even fathom
Torkelson.
this. He would be a candidate to strike out as much as possible.
Oh, you were saying close out the game? No, I'm saying starting.
Oh, no, dude. Imagine, just like the World Baseball Classic. Comes in to close out the game.
Oh.
Just, oh, man, it makes me want to shrivel up and die.
Yeah, especially since they're going to have Max Fried.
Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, well, so he struck out Mike Trout to win the World Baseball Classic. What if he strikes out Aaron Judge to win the World Series? I'm just putting it out there. I would absolutely not watch No, I'd still watch. I'd still watch if it was Yankees Dodgers.
Yeah, what if it's?
I would hate watch it.
What if it's Yankees Mets?
If it's Yankees Mets, you're gonna catch me only rooting for Luis Angel Acuna, and that's it.
Luke's gonna be over here saying the most heinous shit.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna. If that is the World Series, I'm gonna despise being on this podcast for a week.
If that's the World Series, I will walk in, while Luke's recording, and just be fully like, I'll look like Mr. Met.
I'm gonna say this right now. You guys can hold me to it. If the Yankees win the World Series, I'm suspending Luke for 2 weeks. I am. I'll do it. Nathan, you got to listen. That's happening.
No. Nathan's gonna take a spot for 2 weeks.
Yeah, Nathan, you could take his spot for 2 weeks if you wanted to. But yeah, Luke, I hope you're hearing this because if the Yankees win the World Series, you're getting suspended because I can't put up with that.
Nathan said he's only going to talk about how bad the Yankees won the World Series.
Yeah, just poke holes in everything they did.
I don't understand why Juan Soto does that stupid little shove. He can't even hit the ball.
Yeah, well, all you'll have to do.
I've been saying that for years, actually.
Yeah, that's fair.
Good
That's a
dinosaur needs to learn
legitimate
how to
thing
act
I've
right.
said.
Look, and I know for a fact Luke's probably listening to this right now. What we need to do for the rest of the playoffs is just talk about how Juan Soto's not going to re-sign with the Yankees.
He's not.
Yeah, I know. It's going to get Luke fired up. He'll be checked.
I think they should trade Judge as well while they're at it.
Yeah, this guy sucks.
Get some cap space.
Because, there's such a bad cap problem in the MLB. Nobody can just pay unlimited money for their players.
Yeah, because you know what's going to happen. So Judge, here's what Judge, Soto, and Luis Hill
Yeah.
are going to the Angels, and Mike Trout's coming to New York, and Mike Trout's going to get hurt on opening day.
Yeah. They'll throw in Rendon just to help out the salary cap.
They'll bring back Howie Kendrick. To
Yeah.
play second.
Yeah, and Ron Washington's going to play short.
No. That's Eric Ibar's spot.
Oh, facts. Brandon Phillips plays second base. Oh,
I saw he left for a play and got hurt.
So what happened here?
Those pants are tight.
Oh, yeah, cold.
Yeah, he should not.
Oh yeah, he went straight. What part of the game was this at? Yeah, dude, he was out. Look at his hand. What the fuck? How did he get cleared to play? That was in the fourth quarter. He was already having a bad game, but still should not have been cleared to play. That's crazy. Yeah.
Oh, another one has fallen.
Yeah. Good Lord.
Case Keenum, get ready, my boy.
Oh, man.
Is he still a backup there?
No, I don't think he is. I think he's in Houston still. Is their backup Mitch Trubisky? I think they brought him back.
I'm not sure.
Pretty sure it's Mitch Trubisky.
Last year it was Case Keenum, right? Because I
Maybe.
saw all these videos of Case Keenum.
It's Trubisky.
Okay.
Yeah.
He can play.
Yeah. Playoff game. He won a playoff game.
Yeah.
Or no. Yeah, he did win a playoff game. Okay, let's move on to college football. We're good with the MLB now.
Do we have to?
Yeah, no, we do.
No.
It's fine. We got one game, and then we'll talk about yours.
No.
What? What do you have?
So I know we're not going to talk about this game,
Which game?
but I did see it on Twitter. Kansas versus Arizona State.
Yeah, no, we're definitely not talking about that.
I saw a clip on Twitter, and I just want you guys to react to it. We're not going to show the people just because I don't want to worry about rights and everything. But things got crazy late in this game.
Oh, I think I saw this.
So I just want you to watch this guy right here first, and then look at about right here.
Gotcha.
Apparently things got chippy.
That was offsides for sure, right? Didn't know. Oh my god! Oh my god!
The coach came running out because of that.
I don't blame Lance Leipold for wanting to rip that guy's head off. Holy shit!
If you are ever that mad at an opposing team that you intentionally run off sides to try to hit the quarterback, you're insane.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
Your scholarship needs to probably be revoked.
That's insane.
One more time.
So, first of all, look
Super
how
offside.
He's
Offsides.
head hunting, bro.
Yeah, no, he was.
And then look, he's just like, oh yeah.
Oh god!
That looks like, oh man.
And you're telling me Romeo Dubs gets a game suspension? This kid better be expelled.
Yeah, bro. He needs his scholarship taken
That dude
away.
was like, I got murder on my mind.
That was unbelievable.
That dude was on his Melly vibes right there.
And I know we are going to talk about this guy, so I'll wait on this tweet that I
I would
also
assume it's
have
about
pulled
Gene T.
up. Of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got some things to say about Ashton Gene.
This podcast is now an Ashton
Yeah,
Gene
this
T
is-
Meat Ride podcast.
It's also officially part of the Ashton Gene T for Heisman.
Yeah.
What did you say?
No, it's he.
What?
I guess you just have to watch the.
I said this was an
ass.
Ashton Gene T Meat Ride podcast, and he made a very interesting face.
Okay, we're officially signed on for free, unless they'd like to pay us. Ashton Gene T for Heisman campaign.
The high two man.
Yeah, we got it.
We should get shirts. Second and short, Ashton Gene.
Yeah, Ashton Gene
I'll
T.
reach out.
If you'd like to give us
I'll
some
reach
NIL privileges, please. But
Send me a jersey.
that
Thank
would
you.
be fucking awesome. I'll be in a TikTok. His TikToks are awesome.
How about this? If you send us a jersey, me and Grayson will do Oklahoma drills. We'll do Oklahoma drills every day until we get a jersey.
I'll do an Oklahoma drill against you,
No, that's what I mean.
against Ashton Gene T.
Oh, no.
I'll do it.
How about this?
I'd do it just to like be friends with him.
I will do it against the Arizona State. Right there.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'll do it against.
I'll let them tabletop be full speed.
I'll do it against DJ Uwunglele.
Tabletop. One's down low, and then the other one's just like spear tackling me.
It's a mailbox.
I thought it was tabletop.
When somebody like lays behind you and then somebody hits you over them as a mailbox.
I grew up and I heard tabletop.
Okay, maybe.
We grew up in the same
Yeah, we-
cul-de-sac for a
we
while,
crossed
and
the
I'm
street
pretty
from each
sure
other.
we said that we mailboxed you one time.
I think we've mailboxed you a number of times.
Yeah.
Okay,
This sounds weird.
This isn't. Y'all are bullying me right now.
Well,
and all
me and
y'all
you,
are-
me and you definitely mailboxed Grayson a couple times.
I've broken his arm
Certainly.
a couple times.
No,
Not
you
a
broke
couple,
my arm one time.
once.
Well, you indirectly broke my arm one time. You smashed the fuck out of my fingers one time. That's a story for another day.
You also
Yeah.
led to me getting a fan to the head one time.
That's also true.
thought I cut your ear off.
Yeah. We got some great stories. If you guys want to hear that on a
Maybe episode
live
200
stream.
is coming up in a couple weeks.
maybe we can do just a story time with all four of us.
Maybe. Yeah, we could do like a story time video one time.
That would be sick. Just
Yeah,
talking
we
about
could do a
random
separate
moments.
video for the 2 year. Just sit down 2 year.
I love that we plan this stuff on here. I think this is sick.
Yeah, it's like team building.
I think we do it on a live stream or something.
Okay,
We could do a live
stop
stream.
talking now.
Rock with it.
Shut up, man.
All right, back to college football.
Syracuse 44, number 25, UNLV 41.
Called it.
Yeah, you did. Good work.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, they're they're warming up for Sunday Night Football. This game was awesome, and also I called that this was going to be a fun game to watch. UNLV probably missing Sluka, if I had to guess. Tough loss for him. Kyle McCord looked dominant. He also threw the ball 63 times.
That is sick.
That's some shit you only see in college football. But 355, 3 touchdowns and a pick. LaQuint Allen, crazy on the ground, 19 carries, 71 yards, 2 touchdowns. Yassine Willis, 8 carries, 62 yards and a touchdown. You had UNLV was just putting up points somehow. I really don't get it because like they ran the ball pretty well, but not like unbelievably well, and they passed the ball pretty well, but not like for big yardage much. I don't really know how this game really happened. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but more than you ever could have asked for from a Friday night game. Meanwhile, like Oregon was just like beating the piss out of Michigan State. So this game, way more fun to watch. Let's talk about the big one.
No.
Number 1, Alabama, 35. The Vanderbilt Commodores, what are they?
Commodores.
Yeah, Vanderbilt Commodores. I don't know why I just blanked on it. You just scrolled right past it. 35-40. Vandy gets the win. They take the field goal posts. They run them down Broadway. They throw them in the river. 3-mile walk with those goalposts. And then I watched the like police department pull them out of the, the river. Amazing. Would you like to comment? No? Nothing.
Got out coached.
Wow. Okay. That's the takeaway.
Got out coached, beat ourselves, and underestimated an SEC game.
Yes. Also, Can you do you have any comments on Malachi Moore?
Yeah, he's being a little bitch. He needs to suck it up, or else he's not going to go first round.
Yeah, I was about to say, looking like that's a third round attitude.
Looking like an XFL attitude.
Well, yeah, that's true, but you know,
Is he the one at the end of the game?
Yeah, he's the one that
throwing
kicked-
shit.
he's a
and
projected
mad and-
first round
He's
pick.
the one that walked up to the ball after it got set.
On the ground and
kicked
kicked it. Didn't even get
that's-
penalized, did he?
Yeah.
Is he number- is he
he
number
did,
13?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's the same one who was like throwing his mouth.
He threw his
guard
mouth.
right
This was
before
all
the
in
last
one
snap.
sequence.
Yeah.
All in one
I only
sequence.
saw the mouth
I
guard
needed
thing.
that much
He's like-
energy the whole game.
Punching himself in the helmet, rips out his mouth guard, throws it to the sideline.
Yelling at his teammates.
Yelling at his teammates. Starts walking up to the line of scrimmage. They place the ball. He just fucking kicks it like 20 yards away.
But he couldn't put that much energy in the actual game.
Yeah, and
No, he's just
he got his
football
ass
game.
burnt all day.
Colin, how do you feel about
Vanderbilt
Nick Saban
same- they ran
saying
the
that
same fucking
Vanderbilt
play
is the
every
only
day?
stadium he's not worried about playing in?
Yeah, that's crazy.
What'd you say?
Nick Saban said before the game that
Yeah.
Vanderbilt is the only place in the SEC he's not worried about playing at.
He was never worried about playing at.
Yeah,
He
doesn't have
he's
to
not
worry
coaching.
anymore.
That's true.
So I can tell you right now, if Nick Saban was coaching, Malachi Moore wouldn't be playing.
If Nick was at that game,
Yeah,
you
they
think
said
Bama
somebody
would've
said
won?
that if Nick Saban was coaching, Malachi
Malachi
Moore
Moore
would be at Last Chance U, and
Yeah.
the Last Chance
Oh, yeah.
U coach commented on it and said I'd send him there too.
Yeah,
Like, that's
unbelievable.
unacceptable.
But also, shout out to Vanderbilt, just showing some resiliency.
Bro, Diego Pavia just...
Yeah, he's awesome. He's a fun guy to
nasty.
watch.
He's sneaky.
Yeah, I don't really care about the numbers in this game.
No,
it was kind of
thing
weird,
is, like, the
but
thing that killed me. So I got to watch like the last half of like
Yeah.
mainly the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
They just ran at the same play every fucking time
because it was working.
left and right, and we just fell for it every time.
Yeah, Vandy just looked commanding throughout this game. Like they held did they go down at all in this game, or was it in the
No.
third quarter maybe?
Oh, no, I think no,
Because they went into half 23-14.
because then we scored,
Yeah, that's
And
right. You
then-
guys, yeah,
and then I think that brought it within
it was 23-21.
yes,
At
and
that
then they
point.
scored right
Yeah.
back. And it's just it was so like fucked up.
Yeah, no,
And
Vandy started off great, and they just kept that momentum.
And like the thing is that they were like extending drives and like they were only moving like 5-8 yards at a time.
Yeah.
And then so they were just wasting so much time off the clock. They just held the momentum the whole game. And literally we just couldn't stop them. So I think if you go look at it, they ran like 25-30 more plays than us.
Yeah,
Nathan, are you able to look at that?
yeah, we can see that. I think.
Total plays.
Oh no, we don't have that stat for.
Yeah, but look at the possession.
time of possession's crazy. Vanderbilt 42 minutes of possession to Alabama's 17, almost 18 minutes.
Yes.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bad
Vanderbilt
discipline.
just wanted it more.
Yeah. That's kind of
Die-
how I saw it too.
Like Diego Pavia had his whole family there. Like not just his mother. 70 people.
Pretty amazing.
And I'm just like, what the
And
fuck?
what I loved,
why does Ryan Williams only have 3 fucking receptions?
yeah, I can't really comprehend how this game went whatsoever
And one of his
from
receptions
Jalen
again
Milroe's
was
perspective.
an insane touchdown catch.
Yeah. Yeah.
That dude is not human.
No, he's not. He's unbelievable.
And also, I don't know if you saw it, the Bernard catch. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Nathan, you got to find that.
The Jeremy Bernard catch.
You got to find that. Adrian was on the couch and he was even like, holy shit.
Yeah, and like on Vanderbilt's side, Cedric Alexander, a great game in the running game. 21 carries, 64 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Oh, the misdirections were just killing us because we never
Yeah.
knew who was going to run it, Alexander
Yeah.
or Pavia.
Yeah, Pavia. That's the biggest asset that Pavia adds for Vanderbilt is the ability to just run the read
And
option.
such a
so
strong
well.
runner too.
Yeah.
Like he was just running through basically an NFL defense.
Yeah, and the crazy thing about it is like Vandy wasn't like ripping off huge plays. Like it wasn't blown coverage by Alabama.
Like I
They
said,
just game planned this game so well.
they know that our defense in these type of games likes to sit deep
Yeah,
and not let the big plays happen. You prevent the big plays because you can try to keep everything in front of you.
yeah,
And then so what they do, just break it up 5 yards, 8 yards. They weren't just trying to, on a 1st and 10, they weren't trying to get a first down immediately.
Yeah.
Get positive yards.
yeah. It was just, I think it was a little bit unfortunate for Alabama that they caught Vandy at this moment.
Well, that and this is also I could get shamed for this. That pick 6 was just unfortunate.
It was.
It went 20 yards
Yeah.
in the sky.
It was.
and you don't have a pick six, you don't have a Vanderbilt win.
No, that's true. I just think with Alabama, like you're coming off this Georgia victory. This is a
All
team.
the way up here.
Yeah, you're so high, and I think the problem is they're missing. And I'm not trying to like totally shit on Kalen DeBoer.
You're missing Nick Saban to bring him back to reality.
Yes, you're missing the kind of coaching that tells you, okay, we just won this game.
Back to work.
Let's use it. Let's use that momentum in practice. I think it's something that even like Ole Miss does a bad job of. Especially like Lane Kiffin, I think it's been a huge detriment to him, and we can talk about they won their game, but a huge detriment to him has been when they win a big game or they win a game at all.
They celebrate way
They
too long.
celebrate and they make it this big deal, and then they go into practice thinking, all right, we won that game.
Yeah.
Great work. What's going on next week? And they don't think at all about the parts of that game that weren't good. They're probably going to go home this week after a 27-3 win over South Carolina and be like, what a day. We beat them by 24. You should be putting up 45 on South Carolina.
Minimum.
Yeah, and I think that's the same issue that Alabama just ran into where it's like, fantastic, hard-fought victory. Yeah, maybe you're a little bit tired. You're going on the road to Vanderbilt. You got to capitalize. And they just didn't, simply. Do we have that Jeremy Bernard video? No, can't find it. Okay. It's not. We'll keep rolling, though. Number 4, Tennessee gets upset as well. 14-19 against Arkansas. Arkansas, a masterclass in just getting stops. This defense was underrated from the jump. Huge shout-outs to their defensive coordinator. I'm blanking on his name right now, but the Arkansas defensive coordinator has been great all year. Taylon Green looked great in the passing game, 19 for 27, 266. You ran the ball relatively effectively between Jalen Russell and Jaquindon Jackson. Tennessee, you totally shut down any explosive playability that Nico Yamaleva had. Dylan Sampson still had his way. He's always going to run well. 22 carries, 138, 2 touchdowns. But Arkansas's defense getting huge stops. Like, you only gave up points in the third quarter. To shut out this Tennessee offense in the first half, you're only up 3-0 going into halftime. You're still stressed, but you know that you can be confident coming out. Maybe they were a little too confident to give up those 14 points there in that third quarter. Arkansas still scored a touchdown there in the third quarter, makes it 14-10. And Arkansas did such a good job of just holding on to the ball over and over and over again. And like time of possession in that fourth quarter was giant for them. Like they had the ball down, I think 1 point with like 5 minutes left. And like, I think they had like a 6 minute or like a 5 minute drive. Like it was incomprehensible how good Arkansas was all the way down to the final moments of that game. And they end up getting a huge win and knock off number 4, who Tennessee was streaking. They kept beating all these teams where it was like, is this going to be the test? Is this going to be the test? They beat Oklahoma. They get a bye week last week. They come in to Arkansas and get absolutely roadblocked by Arkansas. It was unbelievable showing for Arkansas. It was great. We'll go to the next game, though. Another absolute blowout. Number 9, Missouri, 10 points. Texas A&M 41. Just crazy. And I don't know if Texas A&M was actually the 25th team in the nation. I think they might have been tied for 25 because on the AP Polls website, they didn't have them there at 25. On ESPN, they've been at 25 all week. I know teams can tie, but I just don't understand why that happened. Nonetheless, Le'Veon Moss might be one of the best running backs in the SEC. Certainly not going to say the nation. Might be one of the best running backs in the ACC. 12 carries, 138, 3 touchdowns. You had Amari Daniels had 2 touchdowns on the ground as well. Connor Wegman actually looked good. Like, this is what we've been waiting for, was just a complete performance out of him. He didn't throw any touchdowns, but 18 for 22, 276. He was getting them down the field. That's the biggest thing he could have done in this game, and it led to 41 points getting put up. Brady Cook just was inaccurate and was passing into bad spots a lot in this game. Very clear that they're kind of still missing that dominant force at running back like they had last year with Cody Schrader. And they just couldn't get anything done. Eli Drinkwitz was just barely getting by the skin of his teeth week after week after week. You come up against a team that everybody's been underrating off of the basis of a very close loss to a Notre Dame team that's proved to be pretty good. And we keep underrating them. We keep underrating them week after week. Yeah, they barely get by against Bowling Green. This was the game they step up for. I talked about it on the college football show. We were underrating the talent of this team because we were underrating the performances. They have so much talent on this Texas A&M team. They just had to put it on display, and they decided to do it against the number 9 team in the nation.
Yeah,
unbelievable
Le'Veon
time.
Moss is unbelievable.
Yeah,
I don't know,
unbelievable
you might
time
have
to just step
already
up.
said
I
that.
did, but it's cool. It needs to be said multiple times. As much as it needs to be said, he is ungodly on the field. Yeah, Missouri goes down as well. I think this was a lapse of coaching ability by Eli Drinkwitz, personally. Okay, the next top 10 team to lose. Number 10,
I
Michigan,
couldn't find the
17.
video, but that's the picture.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I did see that.
The defender.
Yeah, I did see that catch. It was unbelievable. Next game, number 10, Michigan 17, Washington 27. Another game I talked about as one of the top matchups this week because Washington is a good team, especially at home, and I knew that Michigan could not pass the ball. We all knew it. They showed up, and guess what? They didn't pass the ball. Alex Orji was dog shit. Jack Tuttle ended up passing the ball a lot more in this game. Donovan Edwards was pretty good, probably a better performance than what we've seen a lot this year. Khalil Molling's pretty lackadaisical in the running game, but Donovan Edwards, 14 carries, 95, and a touchdown. Washington just did what they needed to do, and I think the biggest thing that they had going for them, and it's something I pointed out as a huge mismatch, is that Michigan's pass defense, despite having Will Johnson, who's probably the best corner in college football, has been atrocious all year. Well, Washington luckily has Will Rogers, who literally was in the air raid offense for like 3 years under Mike Leach at Mississippi State. Now he's at Washington, and he goes 21 for 31, 271, 2 touchdowns. Yeah, he threw a pick. He just does that.
Everybody throws picks.
Exactly. But just an absolutely amazing victory for Washington, who really haven't gotten off to the start they wanted to. Jed Fish, I had said it for a couple weeks. Jed Fish just had not really impressed me at all with anything he had done. This impressed me. Only because I know Michigan stops the run so well. Jonah Coleman still looked good in the running game, and it's because Will Rogers created so much momentum in the passing game. It was a beautiful display by Washington all the way through. They go into the half, they're up 14-10. Yeah, they go down 17-14. They fight back in the fourth quarter, putting up 13 in the fourth, which Michigan has had a problem with all year, putting up allowing points in the fourth quarter. And Washington capitalizes on the same thing that Minnesota almost pulled off last week, that USC almost pulled off a couple weeks ago, and they get a huge win over Michigan.
National championship rematch. Yeah. Goes the other way.
Yes, and it is now a Big Ten matchup, which is costly for Michigan. Next game, number 11, another Big Ten matchup. Number 11, USC 17, Minnesota 24. And there is a theme that I haven't even brought up yet that we underrated with this entire week as a whole. And I brought it up to Colin earlier. The thing that we kind of discounted going into this week, which I said at the top of the episode, was one where people were like, this might be one of the worst weeks of the year. You know, no ranked versus ranked matchups, blah, blah, blah. Every single team except UNLV and Louisville that got upset were on the road. Bama on the road to Vandy. Tennessee on the road to Arkansas. Missouri on the road to Texas A&M. Michigan on the road to Washington. And now USC on the road to Minnesota. And Minnesota gets one here. Minnesota's coming off of huge momentum off of that Michigan game. They were fired up. They had a whole fucking rule change in the Big Ten officiating crew because of the way that their game ended last week. They were fired up, and Darius Taylor showed up in the run game. 25 carries, 144. Absolutely put the team on his back. Miller Moss looked good, but they couldn't get anything deep going downfield. 23 for 38 isn't horrible. 200, 1 touchdown. He threw 2 picks, though. That was his biggest problem, was the accuracy. I think it's just out of desperation. Woody Marks, fantastic game in the running game. Can't take anything away from him. It's just nobody could really get a big passing opportunity to really break things open. I think that's something USC's done really well, is every now and then Miller Moss just has a great play that makes something happen, and they just didn't find it in this game. And I think it just kind of killed their momentum. Also, you have to point out the fact that Lincoln Riley is such a bad game manager and just a bad coach in general.
Yeah,
I can't believe it whatsoever that, like, this guy is considered one of the best. What the fuck is happening? Okay, pause. Both of you just farted in, like, the last 20 seconds. What the fuck? What is happening?
I'm sorry.
I'm just trying to roll us through college football.
We also made eye contact while we both farted. I looked over at Colin as he farted, and he looked at me, and then I farted.
Why does it feel like my chair just keeps getting low?
Maybe yeah,
Colin
your chair
didn't-
was all the way down.
Yeah. That's so weird. I think maybe it's just broken.
Colin rigged it.
Maybe.
It's on a timer.
I don't know. But yeah, USC looked like shit. Lincoln Riley's a horrible coach.
Frauds. USC frauds.
Facts. Miller Moss, though, still a good quarterback. Just needs a better coach. Next game.
Miller Moss to FSU next year.
Please, bro. Please. SMU 34, number 22, Louisville 27. Saw this one coming as well. I think I might have picked SMU. You could fact check me on that, but I think I picked them
Where can we fact check you?
on the college football show.
Thursdays,
3 p.m.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you didn't catch the last one, feel free to go watch and just
on-
see all the things I was right about.
Is it on all platforms?
No, just on YouTube. Just
Gotcha.
on YouTube. Got to subscribe, turn on the post notifications so you know when it comes out. SMU 34, number 22, Louisville 27. Thanks for the layup there, Colin. Tyler Shuck just didn't get it done at the end. That was kind of the biggest thing. SMU came out hot. I knew they would. Kevin Jennings, great play as a quarterback here. And funny enough, the one passing touchdown by Preston Stone. Not even a quarterback. But Kevin Jennings also on the ground, 10 carries, 113 and a touchdown. Just unbelievable day for Kevin Jennings. And then you had Isaac Brown, who had a good game on the ground for Louisville, but SMU just showing fight. I think the biggest thing coming off the win last week, just absolutely stomping Florida State, was that SMU probably was just feeling good. They haven't gotten a chance to feel this good in a couple of years. First year in the ACC, and I'm going to be honest, I think they're on a dark horse run for an ACC championship game.
That would be insane.
I don't know if they'll win it, but I think they're with Miami's getting by
play
very
Miami?
close. I think SMU might have
Nathan,
a
click
super
on
easy schedule, if I'm remembering correctly.
Nathan can pull it up.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude,
wow.
like, they have such an easy route. They're definitely going to beat Stanford. They'll probably beat Duke, who has been a little bit underrated.
Pitt and Cal should be their
Their toughest game. Maybe even Boston College could challenge them, but I just love what I've seen from SMU to this point. I know they have the one loss, kind of unfortunate loss to BYU, who's been super hot this year.
Wasn't it a close loss to BYU too?
Yeah, it was 18-15, which if you slowed down that BYU offense that well, that's a pretty good showing. It's just the offense wasn't rolling just yet.
And
But
then the impressive wins, Louisville, Florida State.
yeah, like I really do think SMU is on a dark horse run for, maybe the ACC championship game against Clemson.
Let's make a playoff spot.
Dude, if SMU makes the playoffs, that'd be awesome.
Let's just win a natty.
Why are you saying let's? Are you jumping ship on Alabama and becoming a Southern Methodist fan?
No.
Oh, nice. That was the least obvious. Okay. Let's talk about the number 8 Miami Hurricanes.
No, I'm okay.
39, Cal 38. Somehow,
Scumbags.
For some weird reason, this was college game day over at Cal at 6 in the morning in local time. And once again, Miami robs a win from another team that should have beat them. Well, not should have, but they were getting waxed all night. And then Miami comes back from down 25 with a 21-point fourth quarter to win 39-38. They miss a targeting call at some point late in that game. And then, was it on the touchdown? For the not the targeting, but the illegal man downfield that they missed. I think that was on the game-winning touchdown, where they totally missed an obvious illegal man downfield. Like, I think they were at the 6-yard line, passing into the end zone. Yeah, Nathan's showing us the targeting right here, but it's just like so clear by 31 right there. That's targeting, textbook targeting, leads with the crown of his helmet, launches off of his feet. Literally every part of targeting that we look for right there. I know there was also an illegal man downfield that was like super obvious as well that they missed very late in that game. And Miami steals another win. I don't know what the hell is happening. I don't know if the ACC refs are rigging this. I really can't understand
They're using
this.
it way too early. It's going to come back to bite them in the
That's
ass.
what I'm saying. You're using up your close games here, and you still have teams to play. Can we see Miami's schedule real quick?
I feel like we look at Miami.
We look at I think we just forget every week what it actually looks like, but Louisville, Florida State, Duke, Georgia Tech, Wake Forest, Syracuse. If you're playing close games with Virginia Tech and stealing a win at California or at Cal, what makes you think you're going to win at Louisville next week?
Yeah, they should. They'll probably win by like 40 against Florida State.
Probably. I'm not even surprised.
Georgia Tech might
at this
be
point.
closer than people
Yeah,
think.
and I think at Syracuse to end the season is not one to sleep on.
Kyle McCord.
I'm going to be honest. I think they'll probably be fighting with SMU and Clemson
Yeah,
to get into the ACC championship game with that.
Scroll a little bit on the right side. I mean, Syracuse is still fighting.
Yeah, and like, Clemson has one out of conference loss, so they're leading this conference right now with 3 wins in the conference. Miami's 2-0 in the conference. SMU's 2-0. Virginia's also 2-0 in the conference, which is crazy. And they've shown some good stuff. So I think this is a hell of a race here.
Poor Cal, man.
Yeah, they're really unlucky for them.
Did they not play Florida? I thought they played Florida State.
They did. We beat them. It was our only win.
Really?
Yeah, 14-9.
For some reason, I thought y'all lost to Cal like bad.
No, that was SMU last week, and yeah, Auburn lost to Cal bad. Well, Mike didn't hear you because you weren't talking.
Oh yes, yeah, my bad. Auburn got railed by
ESPN's getting hacked. This happens every now and then. ESPN their website goes crazy.
Hey, is the game starting?
I would assume it's underway.
Has it already started, Nathan?
I don't know.
It's all right. We got something here.
Cool. That's great. Hopefully it didn't stop the recording or anything. All right, cool. What did you say, Nathan? Padres up 4-1 now. Is it time for the Ashton Ginty segment of the show?
I love you.
I think we're just going to make this a part of what we talk about every week. There's no reason not to. Number 21, Boise State, 62. Utah State, 30. I think somebody just hacked our internet. Because I just got some kind of security alert. What?
3-3. Brandon Aubrey, 55-yarder, baby.
Cool.
Too bad it doesn't matter.
Ashton Ginty. I have no idea who that is, but it's not Jake Ferguson at tight end. That's who they need to be throwing to.
Schoonmaker.
Nope.
Schumacher.
I have no idea. Boise State won 62-30. Ashton Ginty is the Heisman favorite now.
Who's that?
Champkin? What the hell?
Who are these people?
Nah, I don't know. Ashton Ginty had 13 carries, 186, and 3 touchdowns, and he didn't play the second half. He is now at 95 carries for 1,031 yards and 16 touchdowns.
All right, I want to point out something crazy about what you just said.
Yes.
16 touchdowns, right?
Uh-huh.
Currently on the screen, the boys can see the rushing leaders for all conferences in college football.
Yes.
I'm about to switch this over to passing, sort it by touchdowns, and I want you guys to see where he would sit on this list.
If it was passing touchdowns?
Yes.
Gotcha. He's behind Cam Ward.
He would sit third.
Tied for third with Josh Hoover and Chandler Morris.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Also, he's averaging more yards per carry than almost any of those people are averaging yards per attempt.
Yeah. Only guy higher, Curtis Rourke from Indiana. Oh, and Cam Ward. Yeah, Ashton Ginty is unbelievable. What's the stat you had from Twitter? The Ashton Ginty
I
thing?
reread it and realized it was stupid.
Oh.
Okay. I just saw that it was a cool stat, and then I reread it a second time in my head and realized that all it said was that if Ashton Ginty ran for 10 yards every carry for the rest of the season, he would still average over 10 yards a carry. And then I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah. I wish you would have said that. That would have been so funny. Because me and Colin would have been like, damn.
Yeah, y'all would have been like, oh my God, he is amazing. Also, I have sent an email to the email in his Twitter bio to try to see if we can get a comment out of him.
Yeah. Even if we could get like a 5-second video of just being like,
it'd be sick.
shout out second and short or Ashton Ginty for Heisman.
Yeah. I did say we were a Ashton Ginty fan podcast pushing towards meat writing.
I'll put him on the thumbnail of every video we make.
Let me read you guys the email I sent.
We should start tagging him. So we pop up on his
Yeah.
Instagram page.
Tag him in the.
Yo, wait, that's actually kind of genius.
All right,
It's
the
not.
email says,
He won't
"Hello,
say
Mr. Ginty. My name is Nathan. I'm the producer of a small sports podcast called Second and Short. We're huge
Yep.
fans of yours, probably pushing towards meat writing, but not quite.
Okay. This sounds professional.
Yeah, we're on the Heisman, or the Heisman with a 2 in it,
Yep.
trail and pulling for you to win. If you happen to see this and are able, it would be amazing if you could respond."
That's awesome.
Yeah,
He's not gonna respond.
I doubt it.
And if he does, it's some agent.
Yeah, I'm really hoping it's not an agent.
Yeah. We don't want we don't want agent, we want agenty.
But I'm
Yeah. Let's go. Maddox Madsen had a good game against Utah State.
Maddox Madsen actually has 20 more passing yards than Ginty has rushing yards.
Pretty good game though.
Also, you forgot to mention that Ginty has only played 16 quarters of football.
Yeah,
this year.
that is true. That's a problem.
Yeah.
It is. And he's got 95 carries.
He's missed 4 quarters of football.
Yeah. This guy, like, the only thing is he's not going to break the single season rushing yards record. Go look at it right now. Tell me he's going to break it. Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders was running for like 350 against teams because he was playing all 4 quarters, getting every single snap.
I think Ginty needs to just tell
Dude.
Coach, listen here. If you take me out of this fucking game, I'm transferring.
Yeah.
Leave me in this fucking game and let me run over these tired-ass people.
Now I want Boise to get that last group of 5 spot so we can see him play against the best of the best.
That's true. Let me see. Single season.
I'm trying to think of a defense I'd like to see him run against.
So,
Who do you think has the best run defense in college football right now?
Michigan?
Michigan?
That's one of them
Alright, well, they're
for
not-
sure.
they're not,
No,
so.
they're not. I don't know.
Texas?
Texas might. So Barry Sanders, yeah, in 1988, rushed for 2,628 yards.
Damn.
He was unreal. Wait, did he not win Heisman? Hold on. He did. Okay, I saw Davey O'Brien.
Would
That's
you guys like
not
to hear what
Heisman.
Ashton Ginty did in his senior year of high school real quick?
No, I'm okay. Move on. Thank you.
Move quickly, and you can do it.
1,843 yards and 41 touchdowns.
41 touchdowns. This is insane.
That's unreal.
Just give up. Imagine having to go study algebra 2 or calculus or something,
Yeah.
and your teacher's like, "Oh, who you guys playing tonight?" "Oh, this random kid from the other school. His name's Ashton Ginty. I've heard he's pretty good, but nothing crazy." And then he runs you over and runs for
Okay, so
300
Ginty's through
yards.
5 games, correct?
Yes.
So he's got 7 more guaranteed to play.
Yes.
What is his yards per game right now? It's about 200.
Yeah.
So we'll say he rushes for 200 yards per game. He's on pace to be 4th all time for single season rushing yards.
And that's saying that he doesn't have any crazy ones where he goes for 300 while also staying around his average.
But there's also probably going to be some games where like he does go for like 150.
Somebody
He hasn't
actually, you know what his line was for that game?
I think it was 169 or something.
188.
Yeah, and he bet the under.
Some guy got the under and got it.
I saw one guy bet under
They
169.
could
He was
put
like,
the
"Am I
line
dumb
at
as fuck?"
300, and I still wouldn't want to take the under on
No.
Ashton Ginty.
I'd be scared.
Yeah, I'd
Well,
literally be too
the-
scared
You're
to
just
bet
like,
on.
what if?
The lines for his touchdowns were unbelievable. He was like minus 3,500 for 1 touchdown. He was like minus 400 for 3+ touchdowns. Unreal. He's just a
Yeah,
beast.
I'm pretty sure you're right.
I'd
His
hate to
anytime
see-
touchdown was like
Yeah.
you would win a cent off of
Yeah.
under.
I'd hate to see
Crazy.
like longest run.
Yeah.
for
Oh yeah,
Ginty.
his longest rush.
It'd be
has
like
gotta
it'd be like
50.
83.
Yeah.
83 and a half.
And he'd hit it every game. They could put it at 99. They'd
Yeah.
somehow get it.
He'd get a 100-yard rush.
Yeah.
Okay. Enough of the Ashton Ginty meat riding session.
Yeah.
Ashton Ginty for Heisman. I didn't look. All I heard was whatever that was. Top teams, number 2, Texas was on a bye. Iowa 7, Ohio State 35. Just about called the final score of that one on the college football show.
Yeah, we get it.
I said 35-6.
Move on.
Okay. Auburn 13, number 5, Georgia 31. Michigan State 10, number 6, Oregon 31. Well, I didn't realize they scored the same amount of points. UCLA 11, number 7, Penn State. I believe it was 26. Don't know why I didn't write it down. And number 12, Ole Miss 27, South Carolina 3. Those are the only ones worth talking about. New AP poll. Texas moves up 1 spot, as well as Ohio State, to fill the role of Alabama.
Yeah. We get it.
Dropped. Oregon jumps up 3 spots, which kind of makes sense. Number 4, I got some problems with. Penn State is not better than Georgia. I don't care if Georgia lost to Alabama, who just lost to Vandy. That doesn't add up. I don't care.
So
Penn State hasn't played anybody. Georgia Southern's better than all of them, so everybody knows.
But Georgia State beat Vandy.
But Georgia Southern beat Georgia State.
So Georgia Southern is the best in the world.
I know Georgia Southern's lost. I think they lost to like a good school. I think they lost like Wisconsin. They lost to Ole Miss, actually. Georgia Southern lost to Ole Miss. I know that. I mean, did they? Oh, yeah, they did lose to Boise State. Ashton Genty's on the best team in the nation.
Shit.
Oh, but no, Boise State lost to Oregon.
Yeah.
Oregon's the best team in the nation, I guess. So number 3 makes sense. Penn State hasn't played shit. And they don't all year. That's the thing, is even if Penn State loses, they're going to lose to Ohio State. That's like the only really good teams on their schedule left, is literally just Ohio State. They'll probably make it to the championship game and lose to Ohio State or Oregon.
She just moved.
And then and then they'll get a college football playoff spot, and they will get absolutely fucking pile drived by somebody. Penn State is not good.
Yeah, they're going to lose to Boise State in the playoffs.
Probably, dude. They'd be lucky to play them.
Genty's going to run for like 4.
That would imply that Penn State's going to be like the number 5 team in the nation. Well, not a number 5 seed, which means they're probably higher. I don't see a world where Penn State makes sense of 4. Whatever. It's the AP poll. It doesn't matter. Georgia stays at 5, even though they waxed Auburn. Miami somehow keeps moving up. I can't explain it at all. But they steal a win again, and now find themselves at 6. Alabama drops 6 spots down to 7. Tennessee drops 4 spots down to 8. Ole Miss jumps up 3 to number 9. Clemson jumps up 5 spots to number 10. Iowa State jumps up 5 spots to 11. They're actually tied now with Notre Dame in points, in AP poll points. So Iowa State and Notre Dame will be number 11 this week. There will be no number 12 in the nation for this coming week. LSU sticks in at 13. I think they're on a bye this week. Nathan, you mind scrolling down? I know BYU comes in at 14. They move up 3 spots. Awesome. Shout out BYU. Number 15, Texas A&M. They jumped up 10 spots from tied for 25 up to number 15 after beating Missouri. Utah, number 16. They move up 2 spots. Boise State moves up 4 spots to 17. Kansas State up 2 spots to 18. Kurt Signetti in Indiana have been one of my favorite stories to follow in the Big 12. They move up with a huge win over Northwestern, up 5 spots. There is a 3-way tie at 18 as well. Kansas State, Indiana, and Oklahoma are all number 18 in the nation right now. And then Missouri, a steep fall off after getting waxed by Texas A&M, 12 spots down to number 21. Number 22 is Pitt. They stick at 22. I think this is their debut in the top 25. For Pitt, Illinois up 1 spot to 23. Michigan plummets 14 spots all the way down to 24. And SMU sneaks in at 25. Like I said, they would if they beat Louisville. Southern Cal right outside USC, obviously.
Where's Colorado?
Thanks, dude. They got 3 votes to make the top 25.
They're a good team.
No, they're not. Travis Hunter's a good player.
But Primetime Sanders said he turned the game around for us.
Yeah. Yep. It's okay, buddy. Colorado will be good in never.
Well, I'm going to say these are my running shit.
All right. Thanks, buddy. Go home, buddy.
Mama.
All right. That's enough of the AP poll. Beer bets. Last week, I won again. I am now up 3, correct? That's the count. I'm up 3. I won 2-1 this week, so not a sweep. I got Lions on Monday Night Football. Got that win. Texas A&M, I had them versus Mizzou. And Colin did get Florida versus UCF. So shout out to you, because I was sure UCF was winning that game.
Yeah,
So
what's all this white stuff on the wall?
it's called drywall. It's from where I have to drill holes in the wall and shit.
Like silly string.
It's probably also cobwebs. I
There's a
don't.
lot of spiders in the world.
Good job, bud.
Stop with the bud, man. That's like
Just
three.
keep saying dumb shit. All right, beer bets. Me and Colin already decided we're doing Thursday Night Football, and I'm letting him pick first.
All right, what's the matchup again?
Seahawks, 49ers.
Ooh.
Thursday Night Football. Yeah.
Give me the Seahawks.
Okay, I'll take the 49ers. It's fine by me.
We're getting a Geno Smith redemption.
Yeah. So, I guess if you you pick the game here.
Oh, I picked the game here?
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. Oh, that's going to be a tough matchup. We might lose.
This is supposed to be a pretty good week. Just saying. I think there is one game we almost have to pick.
I can't wait for the October 19th.
Well, yeah, October 19th beer bets. We might just do like 5.
Yo, you know what? USC Penn State.
Whoa. Oh, man, this is just contradictory as fuck. Yeah, I got to go with Penn State. USC's looked so bad.
Okay.
Oh, I hate doing that. I hate that. Okay. No, we've got to do Oregon, Ohio State.
I totally forgot about that one.
Yeah, got to do Oregon, Ohio State. Okay, you also do have the chance to just get rid of your pick and do Ole Miss and LSU.
Yeah, I'm down. Ole Miss LSU.
Okay.
I don't want to do Penn State. You know, I feel like USC can easily upset them.
Yeah, give me LSU over Ole Miss.
Really?
Sorry.
Baton Rouge at night.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
And then I picked Ohio State, Oregon. Who do you want in that one?
Ooh. Yikes.
I think it's gonna be really close, but it's in Oregon.
Yeah, but I...
Grunting's not gonna help.
I'm gonna take Oregon.
Okay. I've got Ohio State. All right. So I've got the 49ers, LSU,
And Ohio State.
and Ohio State.
Yeah, I'm going 0-3.
We'll see. We'll see. I did just spend like 5 minutes talking about how Ole Miss is bad about bouncing, about taking a win and using that momentum.
Yeah, well, you
I had
you
to.
forced me to put LSU.
No, I said if you want to change the game, you should.
Can we also talk about how Kentucky 13.5-point favorites
Brock Vandegrift, I guess.
against Diego Pavia, who just beat the number 1 team in the nation?
I don't know.
Genty has more rushing yards than either of those quarterbacks have passing yards.
Okay.
Nathan, the meat writing's over.
Nope.
Yeah.
I'm on it.
All right.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, wait. You are on it.
Hey, yo.
That's for sure.
My
We
boy.
haven't seen a running back this good in forever.
Since
Yeah.
Derrick Henry.
Well, he's about to
No,
go.
Derrick Henry wasn't even this good.
Okay. Hot
we
take.
looked at the stats.
Hot take. Genty might not play well only because they're going to be in Hawaii. Just a tough travel.
I don't know. I think he's just a dog.
I do too, but
Nah, he's gonna.
You've seen his TikToks.
He's
dude.
gonna.
He's just a dog.
He's gonna run for 5 touchdowns, and then he's gonna go to a local area and get laid.
They're gonna put a lay on him.
Yeah.
Nice.
yeah, a local area
Yeah,
sounds.
local area was crazy. You could have just said like the beach.
Yeah, you could have said the beach. You could have said a welcome center, which is where they tend to give people lays. He's like,
There'll
any
probably
kind
be a
of-
video of him getting laid
yeah,
off the plane.
by Nathan, fucking meat rider.
You think I got money to get to Hawaii?
I'll spot you.
All right, I'm going to Hawaii, folks.
Can I
We're
go?
gonna get a personal interview with Ashton Genty in Hawaii.
Whether he likes it or not.
No. We got to stay on his good side.
I'm just kidding, Ashton. I love you, bro.
Hey, yo.
Also, there's a TikTok where you can see like his leg muscles because he's dancing around in a hallway.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah, no,
That's
he's
scary.
got unreal, unreal.
like Saquon squatting.
Yeah.
scary?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's terrifying.
yeah,
And
he's a pretty compressed human.
Yeah, but he looks like he'd kick your ass. No questions asked.
Yeah,
Probably literally. Like
There's
he wouldn't.
75% of college football could kick my ass.
Well, yeah, but he
More
wouldn't
than
bother
that.
to throw a punch. He looks like he could kickbox you to death
Yeah, nah.
and never swing.
I'd give up before anything happened.
Yeah, one leg
I'll
kick
say
from
that.
him, and I might be done.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
My leg would be in 2 pieces.
All right, that's it. Obviously, if you want to hear the rest of our opinions on any of the games, well, the rest of my opinions, I guess, on any of the games, you'll have to watch the College Football Show on Thursday at 3 p.m., only here on YouTube. Still trying to decide. I was thinking about potentially changing the date or the day of the week that comes out. Thinking maybe Friday nights or Saturday mornings. Can't quite decide. I think Friday nights might maybe make some sense, but I don't know. Maybe it's something to test in the future. Let us know in the comments. Also, let us know in the comments let us know in the comments that Ashton Ginty is going to win Heisman. We need to load the comments with that. And then, who do you think is going to win the beer bets this week, Colin or Grayson? All right. Colin, not too confident in our picks just yet. All right. Make sure you guys are subscribed here on YouTube. Turn on those post notifications so you know. Oh, Colin's finger is stuck in a water bottle. Thank you. Make sure you turn on those post notifications so you know whenever we upload a video. And give us a like, give us a comment. And then, of course, on the podcast platforms, rate 5 stars. Give us a follow there. Join the Second and Short subreddit, r/2ND A&D Short. Submit your questions for questions time every Thursday by 4 p.m. to get them answered on the Friday episode of the podcast. Follow us on Instagram. And that will keep you up to date with everything we've got going on here. Make sure you check out our newest Instagram post, which was Luke's Premier League Team of the Month for the month of September. Colin, I made Nathan do it on Friday's episode. I don't know if you listened. But I made Nathan do it, so now you're going to do it again. 4 words, buddy.
Okay. Male, lava. Oh, dude. So male, lava.
Yep.
Lizard. Wheel.
Wheel really threw things off. I was thinking male and lava made me think of Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Honestly, it made me think of Nico Iamaleava.
Yes, I also
in
thought that too.
Hawaii.
That's true. There is wheels in Hawaii.
There is.
A lot of them. A lot of cars.
Yeah. And it's really beautiful there.
Nice.
What I hear.
It's a bit of a stretch.
Well,
What was the penultimate word? Second to last.
He doesn't know what that means.
Lizard.
Lizard.
There's lizards in Hawaii.
Definitely.
Widowy.
That's what I was thinking, is that he was going widowy, and so he was thinking it was way beautiful.
Wizards.
Widowy, there's willy wizards here.
Okay. Stop.
Okay. I don't know. What are we thinking?
Lizard,
Lava.
Male. I like the
Shark Boy and Lava Girl makes sense for those first two, and they
Yeah.
totally derailed it. I don't think there's any lizards in Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
No, I don't remember any lizards. Or wheels, really.
Yeah, no, me neither.
All I remember is the boat
Mr.
and Mr. Electric, a.k.a. George Lopez.
He's circular. He's not a wheel, though.
No. Is there a theme?
No.
All right,
There
put a
never
story
is.
together, Grayson. Well, there was the Coors Light can.
Yeah, that's true. The Coors Light can was pretty obvious.
Put a story together. You got this.
Yeah, so Shark Boy and Lava Girl
Have a pet lizard.
have a pet lizard.
They went out to check the mail. Got hit by a flying tire.
He told the
Not the
story
wheel.
for me.
Sorry, flying wheel.
Just the wheel, no tires. It fell off and lost the tire.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. That was 4 words. Thank you, Colin. All those things I said about 2 minutes ago, do that. We will catch you guys later this week. I'll catch you guys on the College Football Show on Thursday. Me and Luke will catch you guys on Friday, and you'll be right back here talking about College Football Week 7?
6.
Week 7.
7.
And NFL Week 6, and the divisional round wrapping up in the MLB. Right back here on the podcast on Monday. Thank you for watching. Thank you to Colin. Thank you to Nathan. We will catch you guys later. Peace.